at their premier mountain resort, where you'll create memories that will last a lifetime. For more information, visit inofthemountaingods.com.
All right, let's do this.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, does not want any federal help despite another violent and bloody weekend on the streets of Chicago.
I refuse to play a reality game show with Donald Trump again.
Some in Chicago back the governor.
President or whoever is sending this off to us or deploying these National Guards here, I'm not sure if that's such a good idea.
Chicago police reported 50 people shot this past weekend, with 8 losing their lives. China celebrates the 80th anniversary of Japan's defeat in World War II. Massive parade where China's leader Xi Jinping, the Russian President Putin, and North Korea's Kim Jong-un stood together publicly for the very first time in China, also showcasing its new weapons. America's listening to Fox News.
Franklin Veterinary Clinic in Ruidoso Downs is a full-service animal clinic for both small and large animals, including equine services. That includes general and specialized procedures like equine colic, reproductive services, and arthroscopic surgery. With their advanced technology and specialty equipment, they're able to enhance the ability to diagnose, treat, and provide preventive care for your horse. Doctors are available to provide helping and healing care at any location or at the clinic. For more information, visit franklinveterinary.com for Franklin Veterinary Clinic.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and we got some big news. The team at Permian Ford is teaming up with the team at Permian Toyota, and they're having a post-Labor Day liquidation sale. 2 dealerships competing for your business. Any inventory that makes it through the holiday weekend is being liquidated for 10 big days and in one location at Permian Toyota. Check your mailbox for an invitation to our event, where you could win up to $25,000 in cash and other great prizes. All winning numbers have been mailed out. The winner could be you. 10 big days to save now through September 13th. Many half-ton and heavy-duty trucks are available. Save big on cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Everybody wins when we go low. That's right. Shop local and save big. Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you'd rather not be driving? Sell us your car direct and score big. Now's the time to take advantage. It's the post-Labor Day liquidation sale located at Permian Toyota. Come see us today through September 13th, 3500 North Grimes Street in Hobbs.
Big changes are happening at the Lee County Event Center. They're undergoing a major renovation to bring you a better, more modern venue, inside and out. While the arena is temporarily closed during construction, they're still open for business. The banquet halls remain available and ready to host your next event. From safety meetings and corporate training to baby showers, birthday parties, and wedding receptions, the Lee County Event Center can accommodate you. Need space, service, and support? They have you covered with flexible rooms, affordable rates, and a professional team that cares. Conveniently located in Hobbs, New Mexico on the Lovington Highway. Let them help you plan your perfect event during this exciting time of transformation. Call 575-391-2901 to book today. The Lee County Event Center. The arena is closed, but the banquet halls are open. Your experience is their priority, even during renovation.
Come out to the 2nd annual Run to Ruidoso Car and Truck Show. This year's event will be Friday, September 19th and Saturday, September 20th. Powered by Rusty Ball Speed Shop and C10 Club, New Mexico. The pre-party begins on Friday night at Jack's Backstage at 5 p.m. On Saturday, September 20th, roll in at 8 a.m. and check out the lowriders, cars, trucks, and bikes. The show will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Wingfield Park on Center Street. Come and meet with special guest Steve Darnell from the Discovery Channel hit TV shows Vegas Rat Rods and Welder Up. Afterwards, enjoy the post-party at 5 p.m. at Rusty Ball Speed Shop, located at 1509 Sutterth Drive.
This ad paid for by Lincoln County Lodgers Tax.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 742 head of cattle sold on Tuesday, following Labor Day Monday, on an uneven market and limited receipts with excellent buyer tenants. Compared to last week, stocker steers sold steady to 10 lower, heifers steady to 5 higher, feeder cattle steady. Packer cows and bulls on limited receipts, $3 to $5 lower. 3 to 400 pound steers, $485, $590. 3 to 400 pound heifers, $475, $590. 4 to 500 pound steers, $435, $485. 4 to 500 pound heifers, $430, $475. 5 to 600 pound steers, $395, $435. 5 to 600 pound heifers, $390, $430. 6 700 pound steers, $377, $395. 6 700-pound heifers $380-$390, 7 800-pound steers $340-$377, 7 800-pound heifers $332-$380, packer cows $173-$182, canner and cutter cows $162-$171, packer bulls $189-$202, feeder bulls $183-$186, top half the cow calf pairs $3,000 to $3,600 per pair. Top half the bred cows $2,750 to $2,900 per head. Expecting a better run for next Monday. We do appreciate the business. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Good morning. The forecast for southeast New Mexico going down to 285 with Roswell temperatures this afternoon at 94 degrees. And the same temperature range for Carlsbad, Artesia. It's 92 degrees in Lovington. Lovington temperatures reaches 94 degrees on Thursday and 97 degrees in Carlsbad. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Oh my God!
Have your attention, please.
It's a show with hit written all Let's go quickly. You're on.
Oh, that sounds great. Hey, yo, stop the show. Don't try to stop me, 'cause I gotta go.
Are you ready? Let's roll.
Where to go? Green tide. Where to go?
Your morning show powered by your Ford dealer. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford. Broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. The question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply with the largest selection of parts for heavy trucks and semis. Call or text now. 877-396-W105 to talk to us. Text line brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer.
Move it, move it, move it.
Call or text now. 877-396-W105 to talk to us.
Today is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's your favorite day.
This is my favorite day of the year.
Yeah, I just said that.
I just said that. Yeah.
It's like deja vu all over again.
What? No, it's nothing like that.
All right, Dan.
What is it like?
You know, it's like
Hump day.
Hump Day.
Woohoo!
My favorite day.
We just started so we can end it.
Showtime.
And good morning to you. It is another day in paradise. On camera this morning, Mike sounding good. I'm crossing fingers, and everything should be joyous.
We're getting there.
That's what they're telling me. Joyous.
Ta-da.
So better, everything good?
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless America. See the way that works? See the way that works? All right, price of oil coming up. I'll get to that coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning, tax line 877-396 W105 being brought to you by Amigo Machinery. Find them. They are your Kubota dealer. They're at amigo-machinery.com. Tax line 877-396 W105. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto and Truck Supplies. Do you know they have all the big truck parts? I mean, from tires to everything, from the back axle all the way to the front engine. They've got all the parts, all the accessories. They've got it all at Lovington Auto and Truck Supply. Find them Avenue D in Lovington. And, of course, broadcasting from the End of the Mountain God studio. And, we wouldn't be here this morning without being powered by our buddies at Permian Ford. Check them out today. Question of the day. If we had to eliminate one sport, one professional sport, what sport would you get rid of? Blake, what sport are you getting rid of?
Sport. Fishing. No, I love fishing.
Fishing.
I love fishing. I just don't think it's a professional sport.
No, so we'll go with fishing. Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, it is a sport. There's money to be made if you are a professional. So Blake's getting rid of
I love
professional fishing.
Yeah,
well,
I think
we got to stop fishing, but professional. Can you imagine anybody betting on like a fishing derby?
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, Billy Bob, he's going to win. I'll put 100 on that.
Oh, watch out for little Joe Brown.
Timmy's gonna catch him a bass.
He's got the
today.
Arizona Wiggler bait.
Yeah. He's got the steak bait like nobody else got.
It is a great question.
It's a great question.
Like if you limit it to just like the top sports, that's a different thing.
So Monica, I'm going to give you mine,
Cheerleading.
and then I'll let you do yours.
Sure.
Mine would be soccer. Soccer.
What?
No way.
No way.
Soccer's done.
No.
Out of here. Hey, it's my choice. I'm eliminating soccer.
All right. I might upset some people with my
ahead.
answer, but I'd eliminate track and field. Like,
Oh no.
see what I mean?
No.
But if
I mean, that goes back to the to the Olympians.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, we can't eliminate track and
well,
field.
professionally,
Yeah, I mean,
that's
it's
kind of the
great,
thing.
But yeah, I mean, you're already running with other sports. Like, might as well throw a ball in there and mix it up, or a bat, or a tackle.
See,
or
if I was
something.
getting rid of one of the biggies, I would get rid of basketball.
Oh no, we can't get rid of basketball.
So fishing, soccer.
Monica,
track and field.
why doesn't Mexico have a really good Olympic team?
You know, I just think that all they do is play soccer there.
There's a joke in here somewhere. I
don't know, but tell
He's
me.
talking about
we got people that can run real fast,
There it is.
jump, swim, and what the hell?
You're so right.
Hell.
I love
So,
seeing this
all right,
video.
I'd love to hear from you. 877-396-W105. By the way, if you're watching on our social media channels, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, and all the other ones, I encourage you to please like and share us if you would. I'd appreciate that so much. Today is another Look Unlimited Day. Another Look Unlimited Day, whatever the hell that means. Baby Back Ribs Day.
I want my baby.
Took some of those in the air fryer a couple of days ago. They're actually good. Skyscraper Day. Also, today is Telephone Tuesday. And
No, that
US
was
Bowling
yesterday.
League. That's a
Telephone Tuesday was yesterday.
why the hell does my stuff and it says Wednesday on the show prep.
Yeah, that
damn show prep people. Pay you guys to get it straight.
I actually did see that earlier. So yeah. They got it wrong.
And Bowling League. By the way, that would be another one I'd get rid of. Bowling. Professional bowling. I have no problem bowling, but professional bowling. What about golf?
Right.
I'm going to let you guys call in. I'll let you chime in on that.
I would. It's going to be interesting to see which sport gets the most votes for getting rid of it.
They're already answering, but I'm going to have them go a step further. Why? Why would you get rid of that? 'Cause some have
Cheerleading.
answers, some don't, but I'd like to know why.
Cheerleading.
So is cheerleading a professional sport?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. You know, actually, I'm gonna retake back my thing and say.
Now you're gonna say cheerleading.
No,
Okay.
I'm not. I'm gonna say esports.
Oh, now you're gonna
because they're they're not sportsmen. They're just video gamers.
Correct.
I have nothing against professional video gamers. They're just not
I
sports.
always thought that was kind of. But you know what? Colleges are giving high school kids scholarships.
Yes.
For playing games.
And I'm
get a
okay.
scholarship.
And I'm okay if you want to call yourself a gamer, right? You're a video gamer. It's not a sport.
Right.
So what are you? What's your? What are you trying to get a degree in? What's your major?
Right.
Madden 2025.
Major is smoking a little bit and
Call of
firing
Duty.
Firing it up. Yeah.
Call of Duty. Yep.
Man,
President Trump says that he's awarding former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And I don't think this is overkill. I think that it's after his accident, I'm thinking maybe somebody's trying to kill him. There's conspiracy theorists that have already come out and said, look, somebody flagged him down before that accident. It's just kind of weird, the timing on all that. But Donald Trump said he'll be the first recipient of the Medal of Freedom, Rudy Giuliani. I have no problem with that. Hopefully he gets hair dye that doesn't run when he gets that medal. Because the last thing you want to do is have the president in a white shirt reaching around and putting that medal around Rudy's neck, and then the dye is leaking. You remember that? And
yes.
He was on TV, national TV, talking about voter suppression, and he was sweating. And he was sweating black because the dye was running down his face.
Yeah,
It was pretty sad.
Well, because they had just done it apparently before the appearance.
Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani?
It was pretty.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, pretty sad. Researchers show that today's young people report the highest level of despair, which has not been the case in decades. And, I'm in my 60s. And maybe I'm just young at heart because sometimes I feel despair. I think we all feel that from time to time. But then you have to pull your big boy panties on and get with it. And, I was watching Patrick Bet David. He's got a series where he is going and talking to millennials and millennials that say they can't get a job. And these are probably Gen Zers also. And they're like, yeah, we can't find a job. So he's actually offering some of these people jobs. Well, I don't know, man. I got to he goes, if I give you a job where you're working 80 hours a week, making a fair wage, are you coming to work for me? I don't know. I got to check out your company, make sure it aligns with me. You just said that you needed to be on food stamps and Medicaid.
Right.
And now you're checking out a company to make sure it aligns with you.
Oh, good Lord.
This is the problem. So Patrick Bet David series is pretty cool. Succession star Nicholas Braun has been arrested on DUI charges. By the way, that series is on HBO. Saturday Night Live adding 5 cast members after 4 of their cast members left. What is this, like season 51? And I thought it went away like in season 12.
Right.
It's like, who are these people? What? And Graham Greene, you probably best know him as the Native American that starred in Dancing with Wolves, Green Mile, and other. He was 73 years old, passed away from a long illness. It doesn't go into a whole bunch of details.
He was a Canadian.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
New information coming out, missing minute of Jeffrey Epstein's jail security video revealed in a document dump. James Comer came out and said Ghislaine Maxwell will be testifying at some point. So they dropped 34,000 files. And so the 1 minute gap, evidently, they have found the 1 minute gap. And all that information is going to be released in good time.
Is it going to be real or is it going to be AI generated?
I don't know. But you remember Pam Bondi saying, look, there's so much information. Yeah. Give us a chance to dig through it. Well, I mean, if it's 34,000 files, that takes a while to get through.
But if they have video, and this is where I do agree, and I think with some of the people on the left, and I think almost everyone does, if you have video of children being all of that, then that means you have video of the perpetrators. And if you have that, go after them.
That's right.
I don't care if they're Republican, Democrat. I really don't care. Put them in jail.
Yep.
All right, we're going to talk about Donald Trump, talking about Putin, Xi, and Kim yesterday. We'll get to all of that. Next, already 6:19. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by WWRV. You can find them on the web at WWRV3.com. And if you've just moved into Carlsbad, looking for a place to park your RV, they have 3 RV parks, 162 RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps available, all utilities included for one low price. Wired internet to every site. They're pet friendly, very well lit up, and a quiet place for you working folks. Give them a call, 988-0392. Go to the website, WWRV3.com. going to be a nice day across southeast New Mexico, 92 and sunny, 67 tonight, and then 95 coming up for tomorrow. Ruidoso, 20% chance of rain, high temperatures warming up to 77. Slight chance of thunderstorms this afternoon, 57 tonight, sunny, and 78 tomorrow, and more rain just in time for the weekend in Ruidoso. Albuquerque this morning, 92 and sunny, 65 and cloudy tonight, and then 91, and more rain in the forecast just in time for the weekend for Albuquerque. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. You can find them at 810 Eddy Street in Pecos. Some of the savings, private label brands, they've got the whole fryer, just $1.19 a pound. Also, sirloin cut pork chops, $1.59 a pound. And the choice round steak, just $5.99 a pound. Sliced bacon, our ham, our turkey, 12 to 16 ounce pack. You can find it today. It's Food Club variety for $3.77. Also, mandarins in the produce department, get a 2-pound bag for $2.99. Avocados, 99 cents each. Limes are $4 and watermelons are just $4.99 for a sweet, delicious watermelon. Produce department today, you can find all those big savings. In the deli department, find beef bologna, $6.99 a pound. Also, Cajun turkey breast, $4.99 a pound. And Black Forest ham, get it for just $4.99 a pound. And if you're looking for refreshments, they've got you covered with Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Big Red, other flavors. Get 2 12-packs for $12 right now at La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. If you're new to Pecos, check them out at 810 Eddy Street in Pecos. President Trump yesterday saying that Putin, Xi, and Kim are compromising the U.S. military. They look, this is a bad situation to be in when you got Putin and you got Xi Jinping and you got Kim Jong-un, and then you got India also. The number one or two, depending on which website you go to, they're either number one in population or number two.
Right.
All conspiring together. This is a bad situation to be in.
Yes.
It's not a good situation to be in. And President Trump claiming that they're all conspiring against the United States. Look, I think they've been conspiring against the United States for a long, long time. Hell, we got judges. We got people in this country conspiring against the United States.
Yes.
We got an appeals court that blocked Trump from deporting members of the Trendy Agua gang. Federal appeals court ruled yesterday that Trump administration cannot speed up deportations of migrants accused of being members of the Trendy Agua gang. By the way, using the Wartime Act that goes all the way back to the 18th century. 2-1 ruling, and the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, they ruled yesterday that just because they're gang members doesn't mean that they're enemies of the United States. What?
If they're declared an enemy of the United States, guess what that makes them? An enemy of the United States.
Enemy of the United States.
Right. Jeez. So I just look.
We got.
Well, maybe.
We've got these people that hate America that are in leadership positions and judges. That look, and they might not hate America. They hate Donald Trump. You can count on that. They hate Donald Trump.
Well, and
they hate him.
And they also, I've noticed a trend lately to where it's an attack on capitalism, but they don't really understand even what capitalism is.
Look, Bill de Blasio endorsed the socialist communists in New York running for mayor.
Wow.
And look, I mean, I never liked Bill de Blasio before, but now you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So we'll get some of those sound cuts coming up in a second where de Blasio is saying why he endorsed him. A longtime Republican lawmaker filed to run against Teresa Leger Fernandez 3rd Congressional District, lawmaker out of Clovis. His name is Martin Zamora, is served 4 years in the New Mexico House, filed the paperwork with the Federal Election Commission in July, officially opening the door to fundraising and spending, and is ready to go to work. Ready to go. Look, that district goes all the way northern New Mexico and then reaches down part of Clovis and Hobbs. They have gerrymandered these districts. I mean, you got part of Hobbs that they're not even in this district. You got people that are in the 2nd Congressional District now in Albuquerque. I mean, they have gerrymandered these. They have tried to fix them where every district, every congressional district is skewed. And then they want to bitch and moan about Texas doing the same thing. You play with fire, you get burned. And in that case, you don't have to, you want to complain about gerrymandering. You don't have to look far, right here in New Mexico. This governor coming out, oh, stop it already. You've done the same exact thing. Hypocrite. Looks like victims identified in that Farmington double homicide. More information coming out about that shooting that left 2 people dead in Farmington over the weekend. Farmington police identifying the victims as a 15 and 19-year-old. Police dispatched to Farmington where they found 3 people had been shot. 2, all taken to the hospital. 2 teens died. And the 3rd victim's condition is unknown. They say that they believe that at least several people had guns, and no arrest made. They're looking for more information as we speak. And Roswell, we talked about this yesterday, but did not have the information. And Roswell police looking for help. They responded to an armed robbery of the Farmers Country Market there on Main Street. That happened about 9:30. That's right around the time they're closing that store. And at one or more of they pointed that one or more of the store employees, 2 subjects, took registers. And how much money are in those registers at any particular time?
I think it depends.
I mean, we're not
on the
talking about
retailer. A few $100s.
Yeah. By the way, that white van was abandoned on West Country Club, and investigators learned the van had been stolen from a church in West Roswell. No one injured in the robbery. That's a good thing. They're still looking for information, and no information currently being released on the suspects at this time. We've got a big air show coming to Roswell, and days. And we got murders going on. We got robberies going on. It's not good. It is not good for the city of Roswell, who has invested millions and millions of dollars into that air show. And I wish them nothing but the best of luck, because they need all the luck, because this is not a good look at all for the city. Sad. All right, we're going to check the text. Already 6:29. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Find them in the Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans, coveralls, gloves, shirts. They've got everything if you're going to work in the patch. Hard hats, work boots, safety gear, steel-toe boots. They've got all of that. Plus, they have furniture, appliances, electronics, and zero-down financing. Go to the website, rigoutfitters.com, home of the $99 boots. They've got a section of boots that are just $99 for a pair. Find them in the Broadmoor Mall. They're right next to Scrub Outfitters. Scrub Outfitters has the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles. Dickies, Healing Hands, Metcouture, Peaches, other big-name brands, plus a huge selection of compression socks. Maybe you wear compression socks for health benefits. And you got your white and you got your black. Well, they have them in different colors and different designs. So go check them out. Huge selection of compression socks, comfy shoes, and more. They're on Facebook. Follow them on Facebook or in the Broadmoor Mall. It's Scrub Outfitters right next to our friends at Rig Outfitters. Monica and the text.
All right. Smokey says, good morning, guys, and the lovely Monica. Y'all have a great day. Good morning, Smokey. This texter would eliminate curling. Papa Sherm said, I would go with professional face slapping.
That is a sport.
It is,
Right?
man. And
It's so sad.
It is.
Get rid of cornhole. It's basketball for people that can't jump. Oh,
Do you remember the game that you used to play in your yard, jarts, where you would throw the big sharp darts?
Yeah, yeah.
So that basically has progressed down to cornhole and safety things.
I gotcha.
Well, I mean that the jarts used to be a fun sport.
Yeah.
I remember my brothers and we would throw them up in the air and you couldn't move.
Right.
And my mom put the kibosh to that. I mean, she was like, you guys are going to end up getting one of those stuck in your head and I'm going to have to take you to hospital. And then I'm going to have to fill out the insurance forms. It's just way too much paperwork.
But see,
thanks for caring.
But
Mom.
see, the bean bags with cornhole are so much safer.
Yeah.
Coolhan Lynn says professional chess. Not very many barn burners in that. The WNBA has to go, said another texter.
Oh man, I wish I'd have thought about that.
Me too. Well,
there's a lot of
the
things
next
I wish I
two.
would've
Yeah.
thought of.
Good morning, guys, and Kevin. In the next Olympics, Mexico will be great again, said Jules. This texter said, I would eliminate tennis. And then the one right next to her, Texas Tower Dog, said, tennis is annoying and boring. Get rid of it. Had I thought completely, I would have agreed. I mean, I would have said tennis because that's super
I think
boring.
tennis is a great sport to play. It's not a great sport to watch.
Right.
It gives me a neck ache.
Right.
I mean, it's same thing with, with like professional car racing, going around the track.
A beer drinking event.
Austin the mechanic said, get rid of football because of the woke kneeling.
What?
Linda in Carlsbad says golf
Hey,
because golf is
professional.
boring.
Professional, right.
Professional football, not college football.
This texter said tennis.
Huh.
Kathy from the Patch said, I agree with Blake. Get rid of esports. That's not a sport. That is the dumbest shite I've ever heard. Irish Outlaw says, who the heck wants to watch a bunch of grown men throw a bag at a hole? Cornhole's gotta go. LOL. Sam the Man said, get rid of curling. Dumbest sport ever.
That's the only game you can drink while you're doing it.
Digger Bill said pickleball. You know, my kids really
Pickle
like
ping pong. That's what I call
pickleball.
it. You know, we got there's some pickleball that goes on at the gym, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's one of those guys that comes up and uses a couple of the machines, and he never cleans it, and he always slams the weights. And I'm like, dude, really?
Well, I'm a weight slammer. I'm a weight slammer, and I'm a noise maker.
No, it's not really about the noise, but you're supposed to wipe it down when you're done. He just walks away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I yesterday went to the gym and signed up, and it's $86 for 2 weeks.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and of course I get $25 back because it's Anytime Fitness, and you give you the dongle. So if I want to wake up in the middle of the night and sneak out and go work out, I can. But man, that's hefty.
That's
but I
too
don't want
much
to
for
miss.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
In my
that's
opinion.
crazy money.
This texter said soccer because F soccer. Get rid of professional wrestling, said this texter. Adam from Artesia said, I'd eliminate cornhole and curling. Ping pong, it's a kid game, not an Olympic sport of any kind. Big Trucker C said, I'm with Blake. Nothing against gamers, but it's not a sport. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's one of the reasons why a lot of men in this country are obese. They don't get out. They don't play with their kids. They don't show their kids how to play sports. They're not active, and I think it trickles down to a lot of things. Big Trucker C, you are on the right path. Amen. Junior
Man,
Madrid.
you got to get outside and throw the ball and do things with your kids.
Oh, yes.
Some of my fondest memories are right out there in that front yard every day. We played football, we played basketball, we played baseball. And my dad was the guy that played with all the neighborhood kids. And, we get out there and we square up and, play ball.
Yes, absolutely. And that is so it's incredible to watch.
Well, it makes, it makes
the
men.
man a man, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the play, Kevin. Go down to the blue car, hitch right there. It'll be the ball.
We only have a few more. We can wrap it up. Steve V said, I'd eliminate badminton. Why? Because it's just gay. Artesia Breakfast, I'll read yours in a minute, Artesia. Patrick's cousin Daniel said, hey, cornhole is a blast. I play every Friday, LOL. Patrick has told me he's won thousands in cornhole tournaments.
See, cornhole and curling and any of those other things you can do while still holding a beer, not a sport.
It's
a great activity.
It's a great activity. Yeah,
but it's not a sport.
I get it. This texter said golf, and this texter said breakdancing. Junior Madrid
That
said,
is an Olympic sport,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
Junior Madrid said there is nothing wrong checking out a company for a job, wages, or insurance. And the Artesia Breakfast Club fan said, hey, just a reminder that Roswell has a liberal mayor and is for illegal people's rights. I don't know if those are facts.
Oh, no doubt about that. Timmy has been that way. So getting back to the text before that, checking out a company. But if you have no job, and somebody is offering you a job, then you take the job. You take that job. My old man had a great saying. And he said, the job you have today might not be the job you want, but it's working for the job that you want in the future. So you work that job to get where you got to be in the future.
Fair.
I was like, and I told my kids that job might not be the job that gets you where you want to be, but work the job, and in the future you'll get the job you want to be. Yeah,
have a
All
plan.
right, we're gonna get to the tweet of the day. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror and Grooming Tool. This thing is endorsed by thousands of makeup artists, professional makeup artists. This is what they do. They put people's makeup on. Professionals. They do it for a living, and they have endorsed the Atlas Makeup Mirror because they love. It's a tool of their trade. They can take it with them anywhere, and when they go to do their job, putting people's makeup on, they break out the Atlas Makeup Mirror. It's got 3 different mirrors, ×1, ×5, ×10, magnification, LED lights, travels easy, comes in a traveling case. This thing weighs less than 4 pounds. So if you're traveling, going on a trip, you put it in your carry-on bag. It's not too heavy, and it's small enough, but big enough at the same time. Comes with 3 different mirrors. Give Rebecca Long a call today. She is a local inventor that came up with the Atlas Makeup Mirror, New Mexico proud. And you can also go and order on the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Don't forget to ask or order your pocket mirrors today. Small pocket mirror, $29.99. Larger one is $39.99. Check them out today, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Former UFC champion John Jones. Charges dropped against John Jones. So the district attorney's office determined that his alibi was creditable, and he was charged back in February with leaving the scene of an accident. Earlier on February 21st, Taylor McClure was found in the passenger seat of a car involved in a crash. She told police she was drinking at Jones's home in Albuquerque, and Jones was driving her home when they crashed and fled the scene. Investigators say Jones told them that McClure was drinking at his house, and she left on her own. And they were able to find out more information about that and clear John Jones. John Jones can get in trouble all by himself. He doesn't need any help from anybody else. Looks like Albuquerque man is gets some avoids more jail time in connection with the death of his brother. Can you imagine you shoot your brother and you walk from this? Nathan Checker stood in front the judge, Brett Lovelace, for a sentencing hearing on Monday. In February of last year, Nathan and his brother Travis got in a fight that resulted in Nathan shooting and killing his brother. At the end of May, Checkler pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter, and Judge Lovelace sentenced him to 5 years of supervised probation. He gets no jail time for killing his brother. You know, I'm tired of these politicians talking about they're going to get tough on crime. We're going to get tough on crime. Guns are the bad. We're going to. And then you got a guy that shoots his brother and walks away on probation. So basically, I can shoot anybody and I'm off on probation.
Wow.
All right, we're going to talk about iPhones, Apple updates. Is your iPhone going to update? We'll talk about that. And DARPA, the technology branch of the government, New Mexico partners with DARPA. We'll get to that. And the shingles vaccine, is it a good thing? Might lower your chance of getting a heart attack. That's what they're saying. And a Denver City, Texas man arrested for child sex crimes. We're going to get to that coming up next. Thought for the day. We'll get to the price of oil. We got to get to the tweet of the day this morning, being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing and insurance specialist, licensed, bonded, and insured. Veteran owned and operated for over 30 years. Dwayne Fennick is the guy. Call him today. 575-318-9725. 30 years of business, 30 years, A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Don't deal with those unlicensed out-of-town contractors. When you do, it will bite you on the backside because most of those guys, number one, they're unlicensed, and number two, their warranty is not worth the paper it's written on. Get in touch with Dwayne Pennick today, 575-318-9725. Sponsor this morning of the tweet of the day.
All right, let me set this up for you. Lawrence Fishburne was talking to Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he explained to him that the movie Matrix is actually the story of Christ.
To me.
Yeah, that's two.
Okay, so hang on.
Yeah, that's two, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Who betrays the group?
Cypher.
Cypher!
Yes.
He betrays.
He's the Judas.
Who? He's Judas?
Yeah, he's the Judas. Yeah.
He's Judas.
Yeah.
After the bejesus was scared out.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't have Jesus in him.
He doesn't have Jesus in him.
Okay.
No.
All right. Let me keep going.
Keep going.
Okay.
If you can. Because you think you know the movie better than I do. And you might.
I don't know.
You might. Let's go.
Here's the difference.
Let's go.
It's my favorite movie, and you've made 100 movies.
Right.
So.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So then, everyone sort of decides that he's the one.
He's the one.
Right. When he's like pulling Trinity up.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
As it comes.
Yeah.
He is the one.
I told you he is the one.
He is the one.
Do you believe it now, Trinity? And who's Morpheus? In the Christ mythology.
I know. I'm trying to.
He's the Baptist.
John the Baptist?
He's John the Baptist.
Oh, because John the Baptist knows Jesus is coming.
Yes, he knows who he
and
is.
sets everything up.
And he's been looking for him.
Yeah.
And when he meets him, he goes.
By the way, if you were watching on camera this morning, that was my face of what the hell did I just listen to?
It was, like I said, that's Neil deGrasse Tyson and his little special. And
I was just like, what the hell was
well,
that?
for people that don't know that the Matrix is supposed to be a retelling of the Christ story. That's what it is.
Oh.
I would have to
I was
watch
just-
it.
Have you never
By
watched
the way,
it?
you never watched The Matrix? I watched The Matrix, but
No.
I didn't get that out of it.
Well,
But,
Neo is
yeah.
supposed to be Jesus.
It's a boy movie.
Oh.
It is not a boy movie.
It's a total man movie.
No, I mean,
It
it's
is
an
not.
action movie.
Yeah.
It's an action movie. I will give it that.
It's got all
I've
them
watched it.
lightsabers and stuff.
It has no lightsabers.
No lightsabers in that one.
He's the one that
No.
wears those shades, right? Yeah, I can't see his eyes. I don't want to watch it.
Oh my God, such a sexist comment.
I've got to see the eyes. I've got to see. All right, if you have a iPhone, Apple devices will get the ISO 26 update, and that's coming up later this month, and it's going to offer some, of course, some new features. But if you have the iPhone 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, and 11, you're going to get updates. Anybody else will not get the new updates.
I'm not getting them.
So you have to have a what or
update.
Above, Kevin?
Anything above an 11.
Oh, I guess I will.
iPhone,
Mine's a 12.
Yeah. iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro, Pro
Okay.
Max, and all the way up to a 16.
All right.
I think mine's a 14. Yeah, because I skipped the 15 because I said I don't want it. Number one, I don't want to change everything on my phone. So I skipped 15.
You know,
The wife
I'm
gave
with
it
you.
to somebody else.
I didn't want to have to upgrade, but my phone was so broken, the previous one I had, and I had already replaced so many parts, whatever, screens.
What happens with iPhones is the battery gets old and then it just doesn't hold,
right?
Just doesn't hold. And so you can charge your phone and then like an hour later it's dead, which is a problem.
I just
for me.
I just don't like them forcing me to pay more than $1,000 for a new phone every couple years. That's
well, and that's what I said. I'm eventually going to try to get that Tesla PI phone. Hopefully, Starlink PI, whatever the hell it's called. All right, thought for the day coming up in a second. Looks like MSNBC has agreed that Donald Trump should go into Chicago. I was quite surprised that the Morning Joe Scarborough was like, yes, Pritzker should call Donald Trump. Listen to this cut. It's already 6:47.
Sorry. I had Pritzker, wrong one. I got to go find it. Hold on. It's number, there we go. No.
Number one.
Yeah, here we go. Sorry. Here we go.
J.B. Pritzker should do something radical. I think he should pick up the phone, call the president, and say, you know and I know you don't have the constitutional authority to deploy the National Guard here and to police my you can do that in D.C., you can't do that in Chicago. But let's partner up. These are the most dangerous parts of my state. We would love to figure out how to have a partnership that's constitutional, that respects the sort of balance of federalism between the federal government and the state government. And let's work together to save lives. Because right now, just that.
So, I mean, right now, all you're going to do, you have people that just hate Donald Trump. That's what you got right now, like Mayor Johnson. Cut number 2A talks about no feds allowed in Chicago. Well, you already have feds in Chicago. You got marshals, you got ATF, you've got feds in Chicago. Proving again that you're just an idiot. Mayor Johnson, here's what he had to say yesterday.
No federal troops in the city of Chicago. No militarized force in the city of Chicago. We're going to defend our democracy in the city of Chicago. We're going to protect the humanity of every single person in the city of Chicago.
What? No, you're not. And that's the point. You had 54 shootings. You're not protecting anybody. And then you got the governor of Illinois, the not so great state of Illinois, who gave IOUs for tax returns. Yeah, I'll pay you the money later, and then they never paid me. Governor Pritzker saying, I can't live in a fantasy land. Well, you're living in a fantasy land. The number one job of the governor and the mayor is to take care and protect citizens. You're doing a crazy job, but you're living in a fantasy land. Here's what he had to say.
I can't live in a fantasy land where I pretend Trump is not tearing this country apart for personal greed and power.
I think he's in the fantasy land.
Yeah.
I think Pritzker is in the fantasy land. Here you go with another rich, very rich, liberal, white guy who is an enemy to everything that's supposedly going on. He's the enemy. Panelists talked about Trump violating all sorts of constitutional norms. Here's what they had to say yesterday.
He's declared 9 emergencies since he's elected so that he can violate all sorts of constitutional norms when it comes to deporting people and all sorts of other things.
Do you believe it is violating constitutional norms for the president, the head of the federal government, the head of the executive branch to be enforcing federal immigration law? Because a big issue here, there are over 500,000 illegal immigrants in Illinois. I suspect most of them live in and around Chicago. Why wouldn't you surge federal law enforcement resources to the place where that many people are violating federal law?
Yeah, you didn't hear me talk about ICE. I'm talking about the National Guard. They're different things.
Wait a minute.
Well, he's talking about doing both, and I grant you they're separate pots, but do you believe it's wrong for the president to send ICE, CPB, because the Democrats in Chicago don't want any of it for some reason?
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, I think, if you're going to have a law-abiding citizen, law-abiding city, you have to work with the feds, not against the feds.
Right.
That's so important. And Blake, you had this cut, but we don't have it. Talking about there's actually a website in Illinois where the government is teaching illegals how to get benefits, teaching them how to get benefits.
Yeah. And she explained it and said the 800 number, and it was, I don't remember what the website was, but there's an illegals in Illinois website. It's Illinois illegals or something. I don't know. But the audio on it got corrupted, so I couldn't.
So, but the people on the street aren't buying into Pritzker or the mayor. We determined that. Cut number 4.
It's just gone from bad to worse to disaster.
No one really feels safe. It's impossible to feel safe in a city like this, especially with the leadership we have.
These kids are carrying guns like around the ages of 8 years old, and they're killing other 8-year-old kids with guns. It's insane.
My opinion, not enough police officers. The police officers' hands are tied.
So the police is really unappreciative for offhand under Brandon Johnson, Lori Lightfoot, J.B. Pritzker. Those are 3 are the reason why nobody want to be a police.
Their policies when it comes to crime is not working at all.
I think the biggest piece of the pie has to be more police officers, more protection. That's what the people want.
So the people are saying they need more police.
Yeah.
People are inviting the feds to come on in and help. Can you imagine living in a place where you can't even allow your kid to walk to school because you're scared of what might happen to them? I can't imagine. And then we have all these people saying we're coming to America because we're afraid. We're fearful for our lives. Well, hell, we got places, the wife wants Sunday for us to go to New Orleans. I'm fearful for my life there too.
Yeah. Well, at least you know the good places to go. She probably
And the big question she will have is, why are you bringing that gun along with you? Because I'm going to be strapped.
Yeah.
I know that city.
Better carry 2.
I know that city. Yeah, I know it.
You need a backup.
Yeah, no doubt. Thought for the day coming up. Let's get to the price of oil this morning, being brought to you by Wilbanks LLC, serving the oil and gas industry in the Permian Basin since 1981. That's 4 decades of experience. They've got a great reputation, and they're ready to go to work for you with cranes and crane services in the ever-growing Permian Basin. Look, they are growing also. Their fleet, they've got truck cranes, rough terrain, all-terrain, crawlers, ranging from 50 to 350 tons. They've got the equipment for your next project. Give them a call, 575-746-6318. Doesn't matter what your next project is. Compression, battery builds, wireline, frac, plant builds. They've got the team and the equipment to go to work for you. Give them a call today. 575-746-6318. Since 1981, it's Wilbanks LLC.
West Texas Intermediate is down $1.30 at 64.29 this morning. Brent crude is off $1.20 at 67.94. Natural gas is up about 8 cents to 3.09, and the wholesale cost on a gallon of gasoline is $2 flat this morning. Kevin.
All right, we'll get to the text coming up in a second. Also, the thought for the day. Blake, have you had the shingles vaccine?
No.
No, that is a true vaccine, though. It's not like the RNA.
Right.
So it's a true vaccine. I've had the shingles vaccine, didn't have any side effects, but they're now saying the benefits to the shingles vaccine is heart health benefits.
It is.
When taking the shingles vaccine.
But
by the way, they did an extensive study on this in Europe.
Yeah, I didn't have chickenpox until I was an adult, which kicked my ass in the early 20s. But, so I just haven't because of that later in life, actually having the thing that causes it. So I haven't.
So I had the shingles vaccine, and it's probably time for me to get it again. And if you've ever had shingles, you don't want shingles.
No.
I saw my daughter at 15 years of age have shingles, and I don't want shingles. The pain it's very, very painful. Man, I told her to suck it up. Then I took her to the doctor, and he said, I ought to kick your ass.
Yeah.
No, that's what he told me. Yep. New Mexico partners with DARPA for a quantum technology project. This is actually pretty cool. So I'll give kudos to Governor Michelle Lujan Gresham. Signed an agreement with the Defense Advancement Research Project Agency to establish a frontier project. And experts believe that quantum technology makes computers more powerful. And I've read about it in books, but I've never. So this, by the way, they said that it could be full scale by 2033. She'll be out of office by then.
Yep.
Denver City man arrested He is accused of child sex crimes. By the way, on Sunday of this past Sunday, Angel Majerus was arrested in Yoakum County by the sheriff for possession and distribution of child porn and sexual performance by a child. Lamesa police, in connection with the Denver City Police Department, along with an ongoing federal investigation about the distribution of child pornography. By the way, they tied his IP address near Denver City to illegal material that had been downloaded. By the way, he remains in the Yoakum County lockup. And the American don't let him out. American Heart Association rolling out new high blood pressure guidelines. So if your blood pressure is less than 120/80, that's normal nowadays.
Yes, that 120 over 80 is normal.
Yep. Elevated blood pressure 120 to 129 and anything over 80. Hypertension 130 to 139, 80 to 89. And of course, stage 2 hypertension is anything above 140 and 90 being the bottom number. So they released those guidelines yesterday.
Well, and I think, Kevin, and someone with a commercial driver's license needs to let me know, but I think if you go in and you're like more than 140 over 90 when you do a physical, I think that they won't let you renew your license.
I think I've heard that too.
Speaking of the CDL license, new report coming out, published last week on social media from the American Truckers United, shows that Texas companies lead the nation and employing drivers who are not proficient in reading and understanding English. Texas leading away, and recent crashes, including multi-fatality crashes in Texas, are leading them to start enforcing the law as far as CDL drivers having being proficient in English. And I wonder how much of that is going on in the Permian Basin.
Over the weekend, and we were in Texas, and this was on the other side of Dallas, we were on a toll road, and we had a truck that made a U-turn in front of us to the left. No, it was on the interstate. I'm sorry. They went out of the right lane. He was using one of the highway patrol cut across and turned left out of the right lane and went across the highway patrol cutoff. And I was like, man, I wish I had a dash cam for that. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a big stack up. It was lucky no one got killed.
I mean, in light of everything that just happened in Florida, that's nuts. All right, Blake, we're going to get to this story. So cue up number 8. I'll do the story. Cut number 8, talking about the Space Force moving. Florida City Council erupts. A meeting erupts after a plan to replace the World War II Veterans Memorial with a government project. So the City Council in Boca Raton, Florida, erupted with plans to demolish the World War II Veterans Memorial and make way for a government campus and redevelopment project. People voice their opinions and say, you cannot destroy a World War II memorial.
No.
To make room for a project. No way. Of course, what is the median income in Boca Raton? Got to be up there. It's got to be 200,000 plus. Easy.
I would think probably double that.
Wow.
It's an affluent.
That's
an affluent area.
Very, very affluent area.
Rat mouth.
And Trump announcing he's moving Space Command for Space Force from Colorado to Alabama. Talking about Colorado was just too woke. Colorado is a state where they allow, voting that is corrupt. And so they're moving from Colorado Springs to Alabama coming up soon. Here's what Donald Trump had to say yesterday.
So I want to thank you all for being here for this important announcement, 7 years in the making. As you know, this has been going on for a long period of time. And I am thrilled to report that the U.S. Space Command headquarters will move to the beautiful locale of a place called Huntsville, Alabama, forever to be known from this point forward as Rocket City. Okay, so Huntsville, Alabama, we love Alabama.
So Trump, of course, carried Alabama very bigly. And he has a special place in his heart. He actually mentioned Alabama losing the game, the football game, when talking about Alabama and them moving. So pretty cool. And anytime Alabama loses, I'm good with it. So thank you, Mr. President, for doing that.
Yeah.
Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. Wakefield Oil, they've got the experience to take care of you. WakefieldOil.com, 575-622-4160. Give them a holler today. Look, they deliver oil and gas products along with interstate batteries. So if you need DEF value, or if you need gas, diesel, interstate batteries, give them a call this morning, 575-622-4160, WakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day this morning in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is, if you were born in September, just remember this. Your parents brought in the new year probably with a big bang.
I saw that the other day.
My
it made me laugh.
thought for the day this morning. Senate aide who survived the brutal D.C. stabbing says crime fighting in D.C. is well worth it. So this guy was a staffer, Senate staffer, 26 years old, random attack. And They beat him up. They stabbed him. He says what is going on today in D.C. is much needed. President Trump weighing in on the national housing emergency. So U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, in a wide-ranging interview on talking yesterday about housing, and President Trump said that we definitely need to fix affordable housing in America. How do we fix it? Look, this is a crisis in America because we have individuals that want to buy a home, should be able to buy a home, and can't buy a home based on interest rates or whatever the case may be. So this is an emergency. The feds need to cut the rate where people can afford to buy houses. And I agree, that is an emergency. And the former mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, endorsing the socialists, Mendawi. Unbelievable. And part of the reason he said he's, and we don't have to play the cut, Blake, but he said, look, he's going to give free transportation to individuals that will boost their ability to go out and do what they got to. What? And then he said, you know, it's worked in other cities. And they pressed him on it and said, what cities has it worked in? He goes, I'm going to have to get back with you, dude.
Yeah, he's just making it up. But he's a socialist too, de Blasio.
Yes, he is. Very rich socialist.
Mm-hmm. Funny how that works.
Yeah. Crazy story this morning. Looks like a Baptist chaplain at a private ICE lockup in Pennsylvania now facing accusations that he was sexually abusing detainees. Bible study, not good. Yeah. Pastor Mark Melhorn, 67, has been charged with engaging in misconduct at the Mashawn Valley Processing Center. And this is supposedly multiple people that have come forward. Not good. Not a good look. By the way, some people saying the system has failed. Look, you got one guy that did something. Put the blame on him. Don't put the blame on the system.
Right.
And the national championship air race is coming to Roswell. If you're thinking about going to that, this is going to be like NASCAR in the sky. And if you have not got your tickets yet, go to the city website and download the information. And of course, this is part of the Reno Air Race Association that has moved the races to Roswell. And Blake, what's the dates on that? That's 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, 10th through the 15th.
Yep, 2 weeks from now. And we talked yesterday about England. England is on fire. You can't put stuff on social media. You could be arrested for putting stuff on social media. Well, here is the award-winning Irish comedian Graham Langham was arrested in London for posting up criticism of transgenderism. Was arrested and locked up. So I don't have an update on this. I don't know if he got out of jail, but they're arresting people for talking crap about transgenders. They definitely don't have freedom of speech. Not in England.
Well, no. And if you criticize Muslims, they will arrest you.
Yes. So we don't want to be like them. We don't. Check of the weather coming up. We'll go to Monica one more time before we take a break. KWMW, Malchamore, 105.1 FM. 93.5 KWES, Ruidoso, and we're at KDAZ AM 700 and 96.9 FM in Albuquerque. Just a reminder, if you're watching on social media, please like, share, and tell your friends about us. This is the way we try to monetize and make money. The wife is shaking her head. You're not making money off of it, lady. But please like, sharing us, and maybe you need to do your own podcast.
I love
All right.
She'd get some viewers.
We're going to check. She could like, probably the number one podcast in the Philippines is people eating.
Yeah, like that mukbang
people
thing.
people just watch people eat.
Tell her she should do
You
a
gotta be
karaoke
you gotta be
podcast.
kidding me. So,
and I find it disgusting the way they eat.
Right.
It's like a bunch of savages.
So what you're saying is after the show, we need to start an eating podcast.
No, you can make some money with the eating podcast.
No.
Well,
all right, quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station right up at 128 between Jowl and Carlsbad. If you're running low on fuel and need fuel, exit Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. Fill her up. They're open to the public. Large facility. It's covered. Days that it's just way too hot or snowing or sleeting or raining. Covered area to fill up. They sell unleaded green diesel and red diesel, DEF value, and they accept all your credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Don't sweat it. Next time you're running low on fuel on 128, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down to the Twin Wells Fuel Station, reminding you, please be safe on the road and get home to your family. 92 and sunny all day today. Looking good for the next couple days. 20% chance of rain. By the way, that was for southeast New Mexico. Ruidoso calling for a 20% chance of rain this afternoon. High temperature 77. You've got rain in the forecast later on in the week. And Albuquerque 92. Sunny skies 65 tonight. And then you have rain in the forecast starting Thursday night all the way through the entire weekend. We're going to take a break after we check in, find out what's going on with Monica and the text. Our number 877-396-W105.
On the subject of iPhone and battery, if you set it up to just charge to 85% every time, you will prolong the battery life every year, and you can change it another 5%.
Really?
Artesia Breakfast Club fan says, I wouldn't let my kid walk to school in Roswell or Albuquerque. And Hippie from the Patch said, good morning. I'm with Kevin. What the heck did I just listen to about the Matrix? Shaking my head. I thought I was in the Twilight Zone. By the way, I would get rid of tennis. A few beers in, and you can't even see the ball. Smokey says, you are 100% right, Blake. Donald Trump receiving the shingles vaccine during his first presidency. He is in excellent health and fully fit to serve. Cowboy Cartel says, Blake, even if you take any kind of medication, you have to renew your health card yearly instead of every 2 years.
Wow.
What the heck is DEF value? Asks a texter.
It's DEF.
I just read the cards.
It's DEF. They forgot to put a comma in there. So that's.
Patrick from Artesia says, me and the wife still have the iPhone 6. Allah. Joshua Migas said, beer pong, greatest sport ever. Get rid of wrestling or at least bring back the attitude era. And listen to B bragging about his white privilege because his daddy came home with the milk.
What?
Yeah.
When was I ever saying anything about being white and being privileged?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, well, wait. My dad actually, you're pissed because you don't know your dad?
There you go.
Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
Because my dad took the time out of his day after working 14 hours, and then came home and played catch with the kids. Wow.
So
I hope you meet your dad soon. I hope he's a great man. I hope he is a fraction of a great man like my dad.
That made me laugh. I almost spit out my coffee.
Big D said, eliminate speed walking. Just run. It's funnier. It's funner and healthier. Reba Hater, I'm not reading what you said you're good at doing. Obviously, you've never tried sliding on that ice while drinking a beer. LOL.
You got to use the broom.
And that editor Tick said, The Matrix and Star Wars, the ones with the lightsabers, was one of my favorite movies as a little girl. How is it a boy movie? Is it supposed to be operated with one's genitals?
Ooh, yeah, well, you said it was boy movie.
That was much. That was a lot. And no, those are not movies that have
because it's a boy movie. We have our own sabers.
Monica was the one that said it was a boy movie.
Monica, I consider those movies to be boy movies.
They're
if
for
that-
everyone.
for everyone except for me.
No,
I'm not
they're for
I don't
everyone.
want to watch those movies, and I'm
Well, no
free
one's
to
saying
say
you
that.
have to.
Correct, but
I'm
that's
just saying
why
they're
I
not.
don't.
They're not
To
sexist.
me,
They're not
They're
boy
more
or girl.
of a boy movie, but you can watch them with your genitals. You can watch them with your boobs. You can watch them with whatever.
Lightsaber.
Lightsaber.
I'm just saying it's not a boy or a girl thing.
I
To me,
think it could be both, but yeah.
Yes, Europe is the homeland of the globalist regime, says Frank in the Patch.
Yep.
I rather
Yep.
doubt we will have quantum computing on a large scale anytime soon. These systems require the use of quantum bits, which are subject to vanishing. Stable quantum bits exist in what are often called a magic and have proven impossible to achieve on a large scale. It's all cold fusion, snake oil at this point, says Tim in Midland. Ooh. And
You're
what
onto
is-
something, Tim.
Mhm. What is the website for the air show in Roswell? Asks the texter. I don't think we have the website.
We do, and if you
I
listen
can
to
give
the
you-
if you listen to the news, it'll be in there in just a minute.
Okay. Jeff, on that subject, Roswell air race tickets aren't affordable affordable by us common folk, said Jeff. And this one says moving USSpace.com to Huntsville, or US Spacecom to Huntsville, is exactly what will keep America safe in space. And that is it
I
for
agree.
the text line.
All right, you can go to National Championship Air Race. You can go to box office ticketsales.com.
All right.
There are multiple places you can
it's
buy
airrace.org.
Yeah, I'm sure if you go to the City of Roswell website, there is a direct link.
Kevin, I was
even
trying
like-
to tease the news because I have it in there. I wanted them to
bid
listen.
tickets, all Roswell / Chaves County Economic Development League. There's all kind of
airrace.org.
You can find. Yeah, you can find all of it. All right, on the way, when we come back, we will look, this woman who was a governor on the Fed Reserve, mortgage fraud. She didn't get one mortgage, she got two mortgages. So we'll talk about that. Also, Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about Epstein victims, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. We'll hear from him coming up this morning. We got a lot of things to get to. Our number 877-396-W105. You can always go to our Facebook page and chime in via the Facebook page. You can just if you're listening online, we appreciate that. Don't forget, like, share, and make us some money. Is that a bad thing to say in America?
Maybe.
Capitalism. You capitalist.
Well,
making
the
money.
people on the left hate capitalism, even though they don't understand it. They'll say, "Well, don't mess with my money." But
No,
capitalism.
yeah, I mean, the quickest way to shut up a liberal is to say, "Well, you can give to that on your own." Oh, now you want to take my money?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Running late this morning, being brought to you by Pop's Power Washing. Check them out. Eric has never been late in 11 years. 11 years and never late. Give him a call, 575-704-0330. Pops can clean up your oil field equipment, clean up your spills, and can take care of your company fleets. 11 years and never late. By the way, you might be this morning on location waiting for your power washing guy, and he's late. He was supposed to be there yesterday. Hey, don't mess around. Call Eric this morning, 575-704-0330. Just a reminder, do business with people that do business with Being the Breakfast Club. 11 years. Eric is never late. Pop's Power Washing at 704-0330. We're going to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on. We've got a lot of stories to get to coming up next. Monica, anything else on the text before we break?
Same question, New Day
Oh, well,
said, dang, Blake can't help but correct y'all. Same question, New Day.
What?
I don't know what you corrected us for.
Oh,
talking about my lightsaber.
Whatever.
All right, let's get updated.
I
with
wasn't
news.
touching that.
Read the
news
hater.
this morning.
All the hotels in Roswell are price gouging during the week of the air races from $300 to $500. How do they expect tourists to show up? You got to have deep pockets. The air show is going to be one and done. Ooh.
I mean, look, if you're going to Texas Tech football, every week that there's a football game in Lubbock, hotels are, you make the money while you can. And it's primo times of the year where they make a lot of money. Same thing. And if you're going, to any type of resort, you have your off season and you have your, you have your in season. Going to the beach, same thing. Yeah. In season, off season, they change the prices.
Well,
all right, let's take a break.
They have announced that they are doing it in 2026 and 2027 as well. So it's not.
Yeah, it's going to be around for a while. All right, let's get updated with news this morning being brought to you by State Representative District 61, Randy Pettigrew, reminding you that the governor continues to fight common sense. The governor continues to fight our way of life. That's why you got folks like Randy Pettigrew that will continue to fight for common sense, continue to fight for our constitutional rights. Randy Pettigrew puts out a newsletter from time to time during special sessions or regular sessions. Randy is keeping you abreast pretty much daily, putting out these newsletters. Sometimes they drop in the middle of the night. And after, they get home from the session, sometimes those sessions last until midnight. And Randy will keep you abreast. Did the bill pass? Did it get out of committee? Where are you with a certain bill? Randy will let you know. Find out more information. Sign up for that newsletter. Go to randallpettigrew.com. Message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. Taking a break. We're 7:21. Be in the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. At approximately 5:17 a.m. on Tuesday, the Artesia Police Department responded to the Abo Apartments at 700 North 10th Street for a shots fired call and possible gunshot victim. Upon arrival, officers found one person who was injured and they were transported to the Artesia General Hospital for treatment. Artesia Police are asking anyone with information to call 575-746-5000. In Roswell, police responded to an armed robbery call at approximately 9:30 p.m. on Monday at Farmers Country Market. Officers say a white van pulled outside the entrance to the store and two men wearing face coverings went inside. At least one of them brandished a gun at one or more employees, and both men took the register tills from each cash register with an undetermined amount of cash. The white van was abandoned at West Country Club Road and North Washington Avenue, and police learned it had been stolen from a church in West Roswell. Anyone with information is asked to call the Roswell Police Department at 575-624-6770. State Representative Martin Zamora of Clovis, who has served 4 terms in the New Mexico House, filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission in July, officially opening the door to fundraising and spending for a congressional bid in New Mexico's 3rd Congressional District. The sprawling northern district stretches from the Texas border across the eastern plains and up through much of northern New Mexico, reaching as far south as Hobbs, and is currently held by Teresa Ledger Fernandez, an attorney from Santa Fe who was first elected in 2019. Zamora, 64, said his decision to run is rooted in faith and service rather than partisanship. And New Mexico is well known for the Balloon Fiesta and Smokey Bear, but this year it'll be home to another major event, the National Championship Air Races, that will happen in Roswell September 10th through 15th. Organizers describe it as NASCAR in the sky, and the historic event spent decades in Reno before development around the airport forced it to find a new home in Roswell. Tickets are available online at airrace.org. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
There's a Labor Day grocery celebration all week long at Bob's Ridgeway. Get Food Club hamburger and hot dog buns, 8-pack, just $1.38. Food Club American single 16-count, just $1.98. Get AF brand beef hamburger patties, 2-pound box, just $7.99. And get your Craven flavor variety pack ice cream treats, 32-count, just $9.98. And there's more savings with Hershey's chocolate bars, 6-count, $5.98. Get your graham crackers from Craven, 14-ounce box, $1.98, and marshmallows from Food Club, 16-ounce, just $1.58. These and more than 150 big Labor Day celebration values this week at Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Hear ye, hear ye! Step back in time to the time of your life at the 4th Annual Cabin City Renaissance Festival. Enjoy a weekend of magic and merriment with captivating music, thrilling armored combat, and award-winning stage performances. Savor bountiful food and drink as you explore 2 stages of non-stop entertainment. And discover unique treasures from over 100 artisan vendors. Bring your whole family for an unforgettable adventure on September 26th and 27th at the Carlsbad Beach Park. Advertisement paid for by the City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
Guns, guns, and more guns. Available now at Benny's Western Store in Artesia. New guns, used guns, lots and lots of guns are arriving weekly at Benny's. They still have plenty of boots, hats, shirts, and jeans, as well as purses and accessories for the ladies. Don't forget that Benny's always has free gift wrapping. Benny's Western Store, 205 West Main in Artesia.
What is the Safe Haven Law? In New Mexico, you can bring your infant up to 90 days old to any Safe Haven site without fear of being criminally charged. This includes hospitals, fire stations, and police departments. Monica Kelsey, founder of Safe Haven Baby Boxes, has worked diligently to provide 3 baby box locations for your convenience. Hobbs's Baby Box is at Fire Station 1, 301 East White Street. Carlsbad's Baby Box is at Fire Department Station 1, 401 South Halegueño Street. Roswell's Baby Box is at their Central Fire Station, 200 South Richardson Avenue. Remember, if you can't make it to one of these Safe Haven Baby Box locations, you can take your infant to any hospital, police department, or fire station. No shame, no blame, and no names. Visit shbb.org for more information.
This show is powered by Permian Ford. Stop by and see Daniel Vellis today. If we make just one person smile today, we've done our job. Be in the Breakfast Club now with Blake and Monica, along with Goldfarb.
You even listen to yourself when you talk?
I drift in and out.
It is a beautiful Hump Day Wednesday, 7:27. We're B and the Breakfast Club Morning Show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across Southeast New Mexico, ready to serve you. Got problems with your roof? Give them a call today. Think about doing a complete makeover of your home. They can accommodate that. Siding, windows, doors, seamless gutters, brand new roof, or maybe you're thinking about adding a carport. They can do that. They do metal buildings, the big metal buildings, industrial and commercial metal buildings. Check them out online. That's Seminole Siding and Construction.com. 575-391-1430. See them today. Starbucks offering protein-infused drinks by the end of the month. Protein in the drinks. So don't be surprised if your barista is looking a little jacked.
Drinking their own stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder how much more
drinks.
a protein-infused drink is going to be. Starbucks is
it's going to be like
$10,
$47.50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cost of a whole bottle of protein, maybe? Jug
Yeah.
of protein?
Yeah.
Well, just a black coffee is how much is Starbucks?
Like
$6,
$3,
$7?
$4? Depends on what size.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
ridiculous. I know.
Looks like a man in
Oh, sorry.
And it's burnt.
Man in Utah spent decades on death row, will now be spared his life. Yeah, he was supposed to be executed, but his lawyers argued he's got dementia now, and that prevents him from understanding his punishment. Wow.
Okay.
Another way to get out of the death row. I got dementia. So I
Well,
could go kill somebody today.
But you didn't then.
I don't get this. Yeah, well, he's insane. Well,
He
that's
wasn't
even
then.
more reason. Yeah. Kim Novak, 92 years of age, says she feels close to the end. Kim Novak. I'm trying to remember Kim Novak.
It name's familiar, but I can't.
Let me look her up.
All right. And I'm going to say this quickly. Hopefully the wife doesn't understand. Apple unveiling iPhone 17.
What?
And the
iPhone 17.
iPhone.
Oh.
Yeah. iPhone Ultra 3 watch and the AirPod Pro 3s.
Messaging
Can't
her.
wait for the price tag on those.
Why are you doing
Going to
that?
be high.
Okay, so Kim Novak.
That's just mean,
I know.
Monica. You're going to text his wife to tell him to spend money.
I'm going to say, hey, the iPhone 17 comes out tonight.
You know who to blame now, Kevin.
So apparently Kim Novak had a relationship with Frank Sinatra. That's how old she is.
Oh,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Back in the day. She's 92 years old, had lots of plastic surgery, and lots of plastic surgery. That's all I'm going
I'm
to say.
sure she was one of a few women who had with old blue eyes.
Most definitely. Gordon Ramsay, the latest person to have skin cancer, shared that he had skin cancer removed and reminding everybody to wear sunscreen. How many cases of we've had 2 people that have died from skin cancer? Just another reminder, hey, bald-headed white guy.
You.
Put your sunscreen on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Did you guys see the video of Tim Walz wishing that the president would die?
Yes.
Now, yesterday there was a video.
I almost put that video in as a clip.
Is that the one where he's like going off, calling him all this and all
Mhm.
that? I just heard it.
Yep.
I heard the audio. I thought it was AI.
Yeah.
No, it's him?
That was him.
Oh, my
That was him. It's kind of strange because Tim Walz coming off this Minneapolis shooting, he should be worried about that. But there was a big scare. Supposedly Donald Trump had a stroke and all this. You know, it was all over TikTok yesterday, all over social media, took over X. And then Donald Trump has a press conference and not an issue. No problems.
Well, I didn't hear
No,
him.
no.
I didn't hear him doing this same thing because it was like, oh, we've gone like a couple of days on a holiday weekend without a press conference from the president. He's not okay.
Oh, gosh.
But Joe Biden doesn't have a press conference for 9 months.
Yeah.
And they don't
And
say
nobody says
anything.
anything.
Nobody says a
Nobody
thing.
said anything.
Yeah.
And so Trump was like, okay, I'll do 3 press conferences in one day. Not a problem. Not a problem. NBC has lost their mind. NBC apologizing for not using she to describe the male Minneapolis school shooter. CBS, NBC, you guys have lost your damn mind. So you're apologizing for not calling a dude a she? They issued a correction on Friday after having used the male pronouns as they describe the transgender shooter. By the way, I'll say it again. If the dude has a dangly thing, he's a dude. So why are you apologizing? And by the way, you're apologizing because you offended the transgender shooter? Is that what you're saying?
He's dead. How?
How about we worry about protecting the kids? I don't get it. I don't get it. NBC, you lost your damn mind. Crazy. Alamogordo police releasing information on the cause of the football stadium that had to be cleared. Alamogordo police releasing details on what led to the evacuation of Friday's varsity game. They said they responded to several disturbances at the game. They said a 14-year-old female was arrested for battery on a officer, and a 15-year-old was referred to juvenile authorities for public affray and obstruction of office, obstruction of the officer. Officers became aware of a potential threat connection with altercation and investigating, and they said that's why they decided to clear the entire stadium to ensure safety of everybody that was in attendance at that game. See, all it takes is two idiots that cause, everybody to have to leave the stadium and then come back. All it takes is 2 idiots. Pretty sad. Amazon will restrict Prime benefits starting October 1st. So if you have Prime and you've been sharing your Prime, they don't want you to share your Prime.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So they're restricted. It's going to be restricted to one household member only, or household members only, starting next month as the shopping juggernaut phases out the Prime and Vitae program. Can you still? I would think you could still ship to family members at a different address. I would think.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
You know, the only one that I know that has really affected us, my parents have Hulu as their cable streaming service, right? But
Right.
when I log into their Hulu account at home on my TV, it'll say, "We notice you're not at home. Would you like to access like the live portion or just the streaming service?" Like
Netflix does that too.
Okay. Yeah.
And I really freak out Netflix, especially when I go back to the Philippines and I'm using Netflix in the Philippines.
Mhm.
Most of the time I just put a VPN and that fixes that. But so Amazon Prime, when it comes to your shipping program, which has gotten worse and worse over the year. Remember, it used to be 2-day guarantee.
Yeah.
They can't make that guarantee anymore. That kind of, and they use COVID as the excuse.
Well, you still get 2-day shipping in many cases.
Yeah, it depends on the item. I mean, sometimes it's longer than 2 days.
Well, that's true, but it tells you when it is.
Yeah, but it's still longer than 2 days. I want guaranteed.
That's fair.
You made me sign up for that $99 a year. I want guaranteed.
$129 a year is what it's.
Oh well, $129. There you go. I want that guaranteed. All right, 737 looks like Albuquerque woman accused of child abuse back in jail. You let her out. Albuquerque mother charged with child abuse back behind bars for violating conditions of her release. Last month, Albuquerque police found Jessica Crispin at that bus stop. Well, we weren't happy that she wanted to slit her daughter's throat. And we talked about this yesterday. Well, the judge yanked her back after she broke her agreement with the court and violated. And they had sent her home with a GPS monitor. And this story she violated her curfew. That's how they got her back in jail. But it never, in this story, never says what happened to the kid. Does she still have the kid? That's what I want to know.
Right.
And a Florida man,
right.
That's the biggest part of the story. Where's the kid? Florida man back in prison after he was dropping off drugs via drone to prisons. So the Florida man facing federal charges using drones to smuggle fentanyl and other contraband like cell phones into prisons in multiple states. Prosecutors alleging that James He, the third, 45 years old, distributed fentanyl in December 2024 to August of 2025 in Florida, California, South Carolina, and other states. He was working with inmates to drop drugs behind the prison walls. By the way, he faces up to a 20-year prison sentence and a $1 million fine. These drones are everywhere.
Yep.
They really are.
Yep. They are.
I mean, whatever happened to using a drone to sneak candy into prison or love letters? Now we're to fentanyl.
You're so bad.
Fentanyl. Crazy. Greg Louganis is leaving.
Well, maybe.
He's leaving America.
Maybe. If he can sell his medals.
So he is selling his gold medals. He needs the money to move.
I'll give him $50.
So the Olympic, he won 4 gold medals at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably one of the greatest American divers. We are talking about what sport we'd eliminate: professional diving.
But not cliff diving,
Anyway.
because that's cool.
Yeah, he wants to move to Panama. He's 65 years old now. Says he needs the money. That's why he's selling his. They're auctioning them off. Wants to sell his gold medals. He needs the money so he can get the hell out of America.
Buy them. Let's get them
How
going.
much money do you think you could sell gold medals for?
Oh, depends on who buys them.
Well, not only do they have the intrinsic metal value, but they also have collector value because of what they come from.
So if you sold them to a collector who's willing to pay high dollar for them versus somebody who's gonna melt them down.
Yeah. But I mean, what did Greg Louganis do after he stopped diving? I mean, he go to work at Walmart.
No, he did
know.
sports commentary.
Yeah. So Louganis sold 3 of his medals, 2 golds from the 1984 and 1988 games, and a silver from the 1976 Montreal Olympics, and during an auction this past summer, and got about $430,000 off those medals. So hoping to make more money so he can move to Panama. By the way, you could probably move to Panama and live fairly good on $430,000. Just think it out loud. Panama is not like a high-priced place to go. And President Trump announced that that the U.S. military conducted a lethal strike on a Venezuelan drug boat. Did you guys see that on TV?
Yes, I did.
The video?
Yes.
I mean, pinpoint accuracy took out the drug boat that had the gang members on it, and they were shipping drugs out, and eventually those drugs would end up here in America. Pinpoint accuracy.
I was hoping that there was audio with that, but it's only video.
Mm.
So Moderno, the president, is very, very upset because his whole regime is being run on cocaine.
Well,
everything.
Isn't he on our most wanted list?
Yes. And by the way, all these people that are saying fighting for democracy and this and that, this guy stole the election.
Yes.
Stole the election. Killed off the people that were running against him.
Yes.
You're backing this guy. Crazy. All right, when we come back, we'll hear about Lisa Cook, the federal governor, what is that? Fed governor.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that. Also, Marjorie Taylor Greene chimes in this morning. We'll get to that. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Fens and Artesia. They've got specials going on right now, like whole fryers, $1.19 a pound. Also, round steak. Choice top round steak, $5.99 a pound. Get the sirloin cut pork chops for just $1.59 a pound. And the bacon, ham or turkey. You can get it from Food Club. Get it today for $3.77. Produce department, they've got avocados for 99 cents each. Limes for $1. Watermelons, they're seedless at $4.99 a pound. And get the mandarins for just 2 pounds for $2.99. Also in the deli department, you can save big time in the deli department this week. Beef bologna, $6.99 a pound. Cajun turkey breasts, just $4.99 a pound. And Black Forest ham is $4.99 a pound. At Finn's, don't forget they always have the coldest beer in Artesia. Plus, they have refreshments like Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite for $7.99 a 12-pack. Get it all today at Finn's in Artesia. Monica and the text.
Mike from Edgewood said that mother will be out by tomorrow, as that's the quote. Legal system works in socialist New Mexico. This texter said, I'll pass on the soy boy protein shakes from Liberal Bucks. LOL. And Big John, I know you text that somebody or something thing, well, I'd say somebody, was born on September 26th. But what were you talking about, Big John? I don't know.
Maybe his birthday.
He just said born September 26th. And
Well, because Kevin said that your parents celebrated with a big bang on New Year's.
Yeah, Big Bang. Yeah.
Listen, that's hilarious to me. Like, you can pinpoint when your parents did the do. I like that.
When they made you.
When they made you, when they did the do, when they did the hanky panky. Duncan from Odessa is saying, didn't Monica make a video of eating Sonic and advice on what happens when eating too many cheese sticks? I did. Do not try it. That's
so you made an eating video?
That's just not for Duncan.
You made an eating video?
We were not so much. It wasn't for the food part. We were just eating while we were making the video.
Okay.
And it went into describing what happens when you eat nothing but cheese for a few days.
Ooh, that's bad.
It's bad. It was bad. The dude from Lovington said those gold medals are actually just silver that has been gold plated. The metal value is only about $200.
So it's the silver value.
The silver value would be
What's the
198.47.
collectability value on that? A couple thousand?
Yeah, I would think that the value of Greg Louganis, especially if you're a diving fan, you're buying the medal because he won it.
And that's all for the text line, Kevin.
Yeah, it's not for the medal. It's for,
right.
It's Greg Louganis's medal. I don't know if that makes a difference.
I bet it does based on who the athlete it belonged to was, I bet. But
Sure. Yeah.
It says,
I think that makes a difference.
There, apparently there are other mix of things as well. Like there's one that's gold plated copper as well. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look at this.
It's cheaper.
It says a gold medal is,
By the way,
worth about $45,000 right now.
Okay. We had an all-time high for gold yesterday. So if you own gold, all-time high for gold.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Pretty cool. So, all right, Blake, cut number, I guess that would be number 6, talking about Lisa Cook. Look, this woman not only used her authority to get 2 mortgages. So she's up on mortgage fraud. It's not about her using her position as a governor on the Federal Reserve. It's about, saying that your home, this is your primary home.
Well, and it's about
the mortgage rate on your primary home is much less than a vacation home.
Yes. And it's talking about how this is politicizing the Fed.
Yeah. So here's the cut number 6, talking about Lisa Cook.
Integrity of the market. But look, President Trump is focused on getting this housing market booming again. The last 4 years has been terrible. Joe Biden and Jerome Powell did something terrible with interest rates. And I'll say one thing, which is that people talk about the independence of the Fed. The Fed has not been independent for the last 4 years, and you see that with Jerome Powell not holding Lisa Cook accountable. I mean, this is clearly, and what appears to be, blatant mortgage fraud, and Jerome Powell is silent. If anything, he's showing the lack of independence of the Fed, and it's by his own doing. So we couldn't get a new chairman soon enough, and hopefully that will solve a lot of these issues.
Yeah.
So we'll go to cut number 7 coming up next. Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about the Oversight Committee. We'll get to that in a second. Trump addressing the bizarre viral video. Somebody tossing something out from the White House. Did you guys see that?
I did see that.
And so he was asked that question by Peter Doocy, who showed him the video. And he said, I don't know how that could happen because those windows are sealed.
Yeah. He also said they're like 600 pounds to lift up.
And so said, I don't understand how those windows could be opened, but you could definitely see somebody opening the window. You can't identify the man, but you can see them opening the window and throwing a black bag out. That's all we know at this point. I would think they're investigating because what if it was like national secrets? We don't know. Nobody is supposed to be up in that part of the White House. But Trump said,
Go ahead. I apologize.
no, that's okay. They said they're supposed to be sealed.
I think he went on to say that he believes that that was an AI video somebody made.
Oh.
Because, yeah, Peter Doocy was like, look, and he showed him, and he's like, bro, there's no way. So
we need an update on that.
yeah, we do need to follow that.
All right, Mexico, how much money have you lost from remittance from money coming from the United States back to Mexico? You know, we've talked about this. The number one source of income in Mexico, legal money. Yeah, I mean, the illegal money would probably be the cartels. But the money that citizens working abroad sending back to Mexico is down $2 billion a month.
Good.
So remittance last year totaled $64.7 billion. Is the number one source of income in Mexico. Cash flow was slowed down. About 5% is what they're saying. And they've lost $2 billion just in July. Remittances are down $2 billion in July because there aren't as many people working in the United States and sending money back to Mexico. How much will this hurt the country of Mexico? I think it's going to hurt them a whole bunch.
I think it should.
They're going to come back, and Donald Trump will have the opportunity to work with them and come up with a guest visa worker program. Be like our guest worker program on steroids. Going to be huge. Military to remain in Los Angeles despite the judge ruling. The National Guard, roughly about 300 National Guard troops are still in Los Angeles, and they say will remain in Los Angeles even though a judge ruled that President Trump has violated federal law by deploying them in the first place. So the federal district judge, Charles Breyer, Clinton appointee, ruled against Trump on Tuesday, and did not order the withdrawal of the troops, though. Said it was illegal, but didn't order them removed, so they remain in place. And in Odessa, they made a big traffic stop. Did you see how much drugs they found?
No.
6 kilos of cocaine.
That's a party.
In Odessa. That, by the way, that's a routine traffic stop. We always talk about this. Well, you know, sometimes routine traffic stops can lead to big discoveries, like 6 kilos of cocaine. By the way, man has been charged with felony drug charges. And thank you to the canines that got out there and were able to snip their way into going, something ain't right. Guy driving a GMC pickup on I-20. When they made the traffic stop, canine instantly alerted to the hidden drugs. 6 kilos of drugs.
Good.
26-year-old Fernando Madrid Mendoza of Odessa was arrested and charged with a felon in in possession of a controlled substance. By the way, it remains locked up in the Ector County Detention Center. 6 kilos. How many pounds is 6 kilos? That's like 14 pounds.
Yeah.
Right?
Our text,
yeah, give or take.
Our text correspondent who knows all measurements when it comes to drugs,
Thank
please
you.
text in. I'm not going to say your name on air.
They're like, Why you put me on the spot?
Well, because we need those measurements and we don't know.
No, and he told me. He said, I'm the one. He goes, don't say my name, but I'm the one. And I was like, okay. He was like, I have a past. I'm not proud of it, but I've been delivered and I don't mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have the knowledge, we would appreciate
I
it.
mean, that's 13.2 pounds of cocaine. It's a lot. I mean, I understand. If you're Hunter Biden, that's a small amount.
That's a weekend.
Yeah, this is pretty big. All right, 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock, 5 away from 8. Let's take out the trash. Being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. They can haul away all your trash. That's what they do. Yeah, they can do residential trash pickup. They have the 96-gallon poly carts, plus the big metal dumpsters, 2 and 4 yard metal dumpsters for commercial clients, and they have the roll-off containers. So if you're hauling up on location right now and it is a mess, you need the roll-off container, call Kayleen, 575-408-1719. Veteran-owned and operated. You can find them on the web at trash-eaters.com. I'm just trying to figure out how somebody that came to this country with nothing but the shirt on their back and a pair of pants is now worth $30 million. Ian Omar's net worth jumped up from 51,000 net worth to $30 million in 1 year. And this is where we should have a branch of the federal government that investigates legislatures.
Yep.
Like Ian Omar or like any other Republicans. I don't care who they are. They should not be fleecing the American people.
Nope.
They should not be for sale.
Nope.
They are your representative. They are representing you, supposedly. But Democrat squad member Ian Omar, Democrat from Minnesota, has denied being worth millions of dollars, but her financial disclosure says something completely different. Last year, her net worth was $51,000. By the way, that has jumped up to more than $30 million in 1 year. By the way, she's tried to say she's a working mom with student loan debt. $30 million. She maintains a home in Minneapolis and a home in D.C. By the way, D.C. is one of the most expensive housing markets in the country. $30 million. Ian Omar, the young girl that came here from Somalia, has hit the big time.
That was married to her brother.
I'm taking out the trash. Now, let me get this right. If you marry your brother,
it's illegal in most states.
And you get a divorce, do you have to give half to your brother?
No.
I'm just asking.
I don't know if it's legal to be married to your brother anyway.
I'm just saying it is legal. It is legal in many states.
Minnesota?
Alabama, Arkansas.
You're bad.
I'm just saying.
Roll Tide.
I think it's legal. All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about Epstein victims yesterday. Here's what Marjorie Taylor Greene had to say at 7:58.
Me personally, and I believe in transparency on all levels. And this shouldn't have been a battle, and unfortunately, it has been one. And you know, as a woman myself, as a mother of 2 daughters, I can't imagine any young girl or any young woman being victimized and having the government and different people in power and basically a cabal of powerful, rich people, as well as the government, cover this up and not prosecute these monsters. And so, yes, I'll probably sign the discharge petition, and I will probably vote for it.
I don't care if they're Republican, Democrats, whoever has victimized these young ladies or young men. We don't know. We don't know. At Epstein Island, they should be prosecuted.
Amen.
And any of that activity that is going on in New Mexico or at his Florida home, they should all be prosecuted.
Amen.
And you know what? I don't care if they're dead already. I don't care if Bill Richardson's name is on that list.
Well,
we should know.
He's probably not the only governor from New Mexico who might have the name on that list.
I'm just saying.
There's
we
rumors
should,
about the current one.
we should know. All right, things that happened on this date in history coming up in just a second. Looks like a man charged with murder after a shooting death of an 11-year-old boy. We talked about this story yesterday, and a word for kids that are thinking about playing ditch dong ditch or ding dong ditch. 42-year-old Leon Gonzalo has been arrested and booked in Houston. 42-year-old man charged with murder after the ding dong ditch shooting that left an 11-year-old boy dead in Houston. His address matches the one where somebody was fatally shot. That 11-year-old boy was fatally shot. And it doesn't go into great detail, so I wanted to know more information. Did he shoot through the door? Or did he shoot the kid in the back as the kid was running away? So those will pick up manslaughter charges in pretty much any case if you shoot through the door or if you shoot somebody in the back as they run away. But no information is there. But he has been charged with the murder of this young 11-year-old. Just a word for kids, do not play those games.
Yeah.
There is too much bad things going on in the world today where you ring that doorbell and you run away and somebody could shoot you. So I'm advising you, please don't do that. 18 illegal aliens arrested in Texas at a marijuana warehouse. So this was a grow house. Drug and Enforcement Administration teaming up with the police in Stanford, Texas, raided an illegal warehouse, had marijuana in it. They raided 18 illegal immigrants were in that warehouse working. By the way, DEA said you can run, but you can't hide. And even if there's a ceiling, 18 undocumented individuals arrested near Houston at that Grove facility. All of them in the country illegally. So they've got them, but they don't have who's the boss? Who's the boss? Is it Cartel Grow House?
Probably.
We don't know.
Probably.
And a felon charged with a 9-year-old's train station death walks away from the Blue City. So Chicago man with a felony record has been charged in connection with that August 10th train station attack that left a 9-year-old boy dead, was released from jail on Monday in Chicago. Michael Carusa, 52 years old, charged with felony involuntary manslaughter for the death of Elijah Flores during an attempted robbery that went bad. And by the way, he was able to walk away and walk out of jail. Chicago got issues. Chicago got big time issues. All right, Monica in the text. We'll take a break. We got to get to things that happened on this date in history. Monica?
Where can you sell gold to get top dollar? Asks a texter.
There are multiple places. I mean, you can probably go to pawn stores, pawn shops. They buy gold. I looked for the, who was going to pay the most when I sold my gold, which I regret selling. But there's many, there's like 3 or 4 places in Lubbock.
Just look for a place that pays the spot price.
All right. It's down $2 billion because we have kicked all kinds of illegals off of welfare or deported them, and they
Good.
can't send that money anymore. When will these rates lower in the U.S.? You're lucky if you can get 5% on an auto loan, and that's with an excellent credit score, said
Yep.
FJB. That's a weekend at Bernie's, said a texter, referring to those drogas.
Cocaine.
Don't forget Louisiana, B. That's where the term relative humidity originally came from.
Yeah, you ain't talking about my family.
Which school did she attend that she can't pay off her debt with $30 million? Asked a texter.
Like Georgetown or something.
And he was shot in the back while running away. What was the guy's
Yeah, that's going to get you. That's going to get you a murder charge.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the guy's name from the drug bust and the color of the truck? Asks the texter.
Are you missing something?
I ain't giving it the color truck. I don't.
Are you missing something? You're looking for someone?
Hold on.
Trump has long decried anonymous sources as fake news, arguing they enable biased or unaccountable reporting, as he did here, insisting the Windows 600-pound weight made the video impossible.
Which leftist was that?
I have no idea. That's a new one. They're not.
Well, they get new phone numbers.
Oh, okay.
By the way, the guy's name is Fernando Madrid Mendoza. Let me look at the GMC truck. Does not give a color. Sorry about that, bro.
But if your shipment hasn't been made yet, now you know why.
Yeah.
Matt Dog says, looks more like a break-in trying to happen. And this texter said, just like the boy who was shot in the back running away, NPR did that story yesterday. Okay. We're not NPR. We're W105. We're being the Breakfast Club.
No. He's
KDAZ.
saying that, they did the story, but the story that I had from Texas Tribune doesn't go into detail about how the kid was shot.
Well, and here's the thing. I want to say this one more time. If you're listening to a newscast in the evening and a story is covered, we're a morning show. If something happens after the show is over, obviously we can't have it until the next day.
And I saw that story on Fox also, and it didn't say how the guy was shot. So maybe NPR got inside scoop. I don't know, but Texas Tribune did not have it.
This is the same texter who is always texting to correct whenever you release your stories or give information.
Thank you.
Look,
I'm reading
you know what?
them out of just because you've taken the time to text in, and I'm fair. I do my best to read everybody's text.
I don't look at NPR.
I'm not going to read them anymore. If
I
that's
do,
all you're gonna do.
but
I love you. Bye.
I do because I look at a bunch of different sources, but other than that, no. And if that's the only source you're looking at, look, I understand you're on the left and math is probably not your strong suit, but time of day, when released, try to wrap your head around that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not that important, but if he's shot in the back, you're going to get charged.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're going to get and that doesn't say the kid shouldn't have been playing the game. I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
But I mean, you got, the 45-year-old that shot him in the back is now his life is ruined also.
Well, and you should never be shooting through the door unless you're being shot at through the door.
Yeah. This is the last one. Harris County District Attorney Sean Tier emphasized that the shooting occurred on a public street with no theft weapon displayed by the boy or threat, calling it a clear case of murder. And that is it for the text line.
Yeah, I'm looking because I dug a little bit further. Usually, I'll print a story and I don't look, and I'm looking at the Houston News. Houston News says that the kid was shot in the back.
Right.
But
right.
Tribune this morning did not say anything. All right, KWMW Mount Jamara 105.1 FM. And of course, we're at KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso and KTAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. We got to get to things that happened on this date in history. Being brought to you by 2atacticalrange.com. You can find them in Hobbs at 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. 2A Tactical Firearms and the indoor firing range. And when I say indoor firing range, they have the indoor firing range plus the Milo FBI training simulator. And you can unlimited shoots with the monthly membership, or you can pay by the hour, open 7 days a week. They have a huge selection of firearms. They also have tactical gear, suppressors. They've got, if you're looking for any type of accessories, they've got them. They got safes. They got tactical gear. They've got ammo. And they do offer one-on-one training or group setting training when it comes to firearm safety training. Go to the website, 2atacticalrange.com for more information. 236 East Navajo in Hobbs, proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
So it was on this day in 1783 that the Treaty of Paris officially ended the Revolutionary War. And in 1935, an automobile went faster than 300 miles an hour for the very first time. 1935. And in 1939, Britain and France declared war on Germany. That was 2 days after the Nazis invaded Poland. And on this day in 1940, high-definition color TV was seen for the very first time. Probably had something to do with the war effort, given the date. And in 1942, Old Blue Eyes, we talked about him earlier, Frank Sinatra announced he was leaving the Tommy Dorsey Band to begin his solo singing career, funded by the mob. And in 1951, he was.
Really?
The television soap opera Search for Tomorrow debuted on CBS, and ironically, they never found it. And in 1970, a record hailstone landed in Kansas. It was 17 and a half inches across. It's like a small boulder. Now, in 1992, Prince became the highest paid rock star after the Purple One signed a $100 million deal with Warner Brothers Records. That was $10 million per album. Then later on, he changed his name to a symbol to get out of that contract. But in 1995, Kevin, eBay was founded by a guy named Pierre Omidyar.
Oh, wow.
Because his fiance could not find a Pez dispenser she needed to complete her collection.
Really?
So eBay was born.
Oh, cool.
Birthdays today. We talked about this. Different Olympic gold medalist. This is snowboarder Shaun White.
Yes.
Turns 39 today.
It's his birthday today.
Garrett Hedlund is 41. Now, if you wonder who that is, he's an actor, and he played Tim McGraw's son on Friday Night Lights. He played Jeff Bridges' son on Tron Legacy, and he plays country singer Bo Hutton in Country Strong.
Country Strong.
Now he's on Tulsa King.
Tulsa King.
And somehow, some way, talking about cocaine, Charlie Sheen has made it to the big 6-0, despite his best efforts. Different birthday today, musical one. We have Al Jardine of the Beach Boys, turns 83 today. There you go. No longer with us, Mort Walker. He's the cartoonist who created Beetle Bailey. And he left us in 2018. And Eileen Brennan, she left us in 2013. She played Mrs. Peacock in Clue. She was Captain Lewis in Private Benjamin, and she was the cat lady in Jeepers Creepers. September 11th is only 8 days away, and the NFL season, Kevin, kicks off tomorrow. And those are the things that happened on this day in history.
I'm excited.
Wishing you nothing but a good football season.
Amen.
If you watch professional football.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't watch, don't worry about it.
We should do like a bet, us three,
For what?
for like who's gonna make it to the playoffs and who's gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
Cowboys are not going to make
I
it
don't
to the
watch
playoffs.
that. I'm completely lost when it comes to the NFL.
They Cowboys have already been officially eliminated from. I'm just kidding.
I would
They
like to get
eliminated
in on something like
themselves.
that, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
but
crazy.
now there's a really good chance that the Packers make it, adding Micah Parsons if he stays healthy.
Are you going to bet on it? Would you bet on it?
The Packers will make the playoffs?
Yeah, like $100.
Yeah, I'd bet they make
By
the
the way, it was
playoffs.
a good
I'll
weekend
bet
for
you.
me and all my bets. It was a good weekend. I actually won a little bit.
Let me make sure I can bet
Not
for
like I'm not wealthy, but I did make like a couple $100.
Look at you go.
I had somebody
Mr.
wanted me
Big
to bet
Bucks.
on the Texas game,
Mhm.
but it was too rich for my blood. They wanted
yeah.
$1,000 bet. I'm like, I ain't betting $1,000
No.
on nothing.
You got to have
No.
fun with it. There's no point if it's not fun.
I would have liked to take the bet, and I was taking their money. Yeah. All right, 8:15. We are B, and I actually thought Texas was going to win that game. That's why I didn't take the bet. National anthem and the pledge this morning being brought to you by our friend Rebecca Long. She's your Farmers Insurance agent. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. You can take care of all of your insurance. Give her a call today. That number, 575-393-2661. Serving the entire state. So if you need insurance, call Rebecca Long today. Get that quote. And I'll say it again. If you're a young couple and don't have insurance, life insurance on yourselves, both partners, life insurance, very, very, very important. Call and get that quote today from Rebecca Long. 575-393-2661. Proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge on the Breakfast Club.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We'll get you updated with the weather coming up right now. The Lord's Prayer being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in complete control.
Today's verse of the day is James 5:16. Confess your trespasses to one another and pray for one another that you may be healed. The effective, fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much.
Hi, this is Felicia Bowen with Judah Oil. Please join me in our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
819, we're beyond the Breakfast Club. Quick look at news being brought to you by North Star Laundry. One-stop shop for all your laundry, dry cleaning, pressing, starching, They do all of that and more. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes. You pick up everything. You drop it off. You pick it up a couple days later. It is an amazing service. If you are an empty nester or single, this is perfect. Don't waste the entire weekend having to take care of your laundry. By the way, if you do want to take care of your own laundry, they have coin-operated machines at all of their locations. 609 West Lee in Carlsbad, 604 West Church in Carlsbad, and 406 West Cedar in Loving. One-stop shop for all your laundry. North Star Laundry. See them today. Southeast New Mexico, we have a high temperature today. Should be sunny and up to about 92. And Ruidoso, 20% chance of afternoon showers. High temperature today. Sunny this morning, it's 77 for the high. And for Albuquerque, 92 and sunny throughout the day. You have rain in the forecast in time for the weekend. Let's get you updated with all the news being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale. Ragsdale Law Firm reminding you when accidents happen, it usually comes when you least expect them. And when they do happen, you need a trusted law firm, somebody that's going to fight for you. That's the Ragsdale Law Firm, specializing in car accidents, personal injury, medical malpractice, and oil-field accidents. They're based in Roswell, serving the entire state. They offer free consultation, and you never pay until they win your case. Call Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300, ragsdalelawfirm.com. It's already 8:21. We're coming right back.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Another head of state visits the White House.
Later on this morning, President Trump will host the newly sworn-in Polish president to talk about Polish security concerns. They are, of course, positioned on NATO's eastern flank as the war rages on in Ukraine.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House. A huge military parade today in China. The invitation-only event brings together China's leader Xi Jinping, the Russian President Putin, and North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un. President Trump, with Truth Social, writes, please give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un. Are you conspiring against the United States of America? Irene strengthens to a Category 1 hurricane moving toward Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. That's from the National Hurricane Center. Max winds 75 miles an hour right now. America's listening to Fox News.
Labor Day sale event now at National Furniture Liquidators. We know you work hard for your money, so why pay more? Store-wide savings on the most popular brands. Ashley Sofa and Love Seat, just $6.88 both pieces. Ashley Queen Storage Bed, just $4.97. Reclining Power Sectional, $13.88. Or an Ashley 7-piece dining room, an incredible $9.99. Big savings plus great financing options regardless of your credit. National Furniture Liquidators, when it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats short. At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services, from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells, as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Can you feel it, New Mexico? The anticipation, the excitement, the magic of the New Mexico State Fair. An 11-day celebration of cultures, traditions, and experiences. September 4th through the 14th in Albuquerque. Thrilling rides, mouth-watering foods, exciting attractions, animals, agriculture, arts, culture, and much more. Come see why the New Mexico State Fair has the best entertainment value for your dollar, with breathtaking concerts and exhilarating rodeos. Get tickets now for Winona Judd, Cypress Hill, Grupo Marca Registrada, Clay Walker, the PRCA and Extreme Bulls Rodeos, plus local musicians showcasing the best talent in New Mexico. And this year, getting to the fair has never been easier with Park and Ride. Get your tickets online to skip the traffic and enjoy expedited entry every Saturday and Sunday. Conjure up some affordable family fun at the magical New Mexico State Fair, where magic fills the air and memories fill your heart. Get your tickets at statefair.exponm.com. Presented by Chevron.
Are you tired of working oilfield hours but can't afford not to? The opportunity has opened up for you. Equipment Share is looking for heavy equipment mechanics and shop technicians. Competitive pay, 401k, health, dental, and vision are available. Pay is dependent on experience. Equipment Share will not lose the right candidate over pay. Call Mike at 575-988-4069 for your chance to get paid oilfield monies without the oilfield time. Mike, 575-988-4069. Equipment Share is an equal opportunity employer.
Del Perm Oilfield Specialties, your one-stop shop for all your oilfield specialty needs. Specializing in distribution of top-of-the-line supplies and services to businesses all over the Delaware and Permian Basin. One of the leading oilfield suppliers and service providers in the industry, committed to integrity, quality, and service. Now has great opportunities for talented leaders with integrity and a team-spirited attitude, with opportunities in sales, delivery, and even senior management and many other positions. If you have these qualifications and you want to be part of a team, contact DalePermSupply.com/careers. Del Perm Oilfield Specialties, 1005 North Grimes and Hobbs, the next step in your oilfield career.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and we got some big news. The team at Permian Ford is teaming up with the team at Permian Toyota, and they're having a post-Labor Day liquidation sale. 2 dealerships competing for your business. Any inventory that makes it through the holiday weekend is being liquidated for 10 big days and in one location at Permian Toyota. Check your mailbox for an invitation to our event where you could win up to $25,000 in cash and other great prizes. All winning numbers have been mailed out. The winner could be you. 10 big days to save now through September 13th. Many half-ton and heavy-duty trucks are available. Save big on cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Everybody wins when we go low. That's right. Shop local and save big. Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you'd rather not be driving? Sell us your car direct and score big. Now's the time to take advantage. It's the post-Labor Day liquidation sale located at Permian Toyota. Come see us today through September 13th, 3500 North Grimes Street in Hobbs.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford, home of the lifetime Permian Powertrain Promise. That means your engine and transmission performs for the life that you own the vehicle or it's covered.
1, 2, 3, here we go.
You see, this is what happens when you let sick people play with powerful toys.
It's like I've got the winning ticket in my pocket.
Here we go, back to Be in the Breakfast Club. Be part of the show. 877-396-W105.
Pick up the phone and call me right now.
All right, we got Boob of the Day on the way, good news of the day, and more. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Looking for guns? They have a huge selection of guns, over 1,000 guns in stock right now, handguns, rifles, shotguns. New shipment of ammo just came in. Ask about the 12-gauge shotgun, semi-automatic, with the hard case for $159 while supplies last. Bench-made knives, they've got them. And, of course, like I said, ammo. Brand new shipment of ammo just came in. Got a rig that you really, really want? Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. Call them, 575-622-0023. And if you're looking for personal protection, they offer lethal and non-lethal personal protection. Closed Saturday, open on Sunday, 1907 Dark Main in Roswell. Check them out today. Monica and the text, it's already 8:28.
Good morning. Did you know that the annual payout would be around $24 million here in New Mexico and about $27 million in Texas? Roughly $2 million-ish a month. Wow. That's for the lottery, guy? And this texter asked me who my football team was. I responded as honest as I could. I said the Cowboys. But last year, I randomly said I was switching to the Vikings. But then they were out.
That was like way in the playoffs.
Yeah. But then they were out, so I was like, okay, I'm done. But yeah, I'll probably do that again.
How did you choose the Vikings?
Honestly?
Yeah, because they're purple?
Purple and gold, baby. Purple and gold.
No, honestly,
that's
because
what I was thinking.
I walked into my friend's T-shirt shop or her little boutique downtown. I say downtown here in Lovington. And I was looking for something, but I saw that sweater and I was like, I like the Vikings today. And I said, I want this sweater. And that's how I picked them. I think she had like an Eagles. She had like random sweaters, right?
Because they were playing each other, the Eagles and the Vikings.
Yes. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to do this. And so I was like, I'll root for them until they're out too. And so I don't know who.
That was that week.
That was that week. So this year, I mean, I don't know. If they make it far, I'll go for them again. But I just, it's like I was telling Patrick, I want to switch. He's like, you don't switch. And I'm like, okay.
You can be a fan of whatever team you want. Just be the fan of that team for the season.
I go for the Dolphins this year because I like fish.
Yeah, that.
But if you hold it all year long.
You mean shrimp? You like shrimp?
If you hold it all year, I'm okay with it. You just can't flip every week.
Yeah, flip-flopping's not good. Elderly Japanese woman was tricked out of thousands of dollars by scammers who said they were astronauts stranded in space and they needed her money to buy oxygen.
Sorry.
So she was like, okay, I will send you the money. And she did.
Oh my God.
He was like, Grandma-san, you take my breath away. I need oxygen. Let me be in charge of your wallet. Okay. Sad. It's so sad when people take advantage of seniors.
It is.
Sad. Yes. Nestle removing their CEO after discovering he had a romantic relationship with an employee.
It was just a kiss.
Hey, I mean, that was Hershey.
I know. That's
yeah, that at least it didn't happen on the Jumbotron. Right?
Right.
You think chocolate company would be all about love?
Are you trying to say that he was crunching on an employee?
Yeah. But
he was
quick. He's gone. I do believe that the CEO should be held to a higher standard. I mean, like the latest case of the CEO. Remember the guy over the weekend at the
Polish
tennis
guy
match that took the kids? Yeah, that's just sad.
Theft.
That's just sad. Beginning Monday, McDonald's is adding for a limited time only extra value meal offering $5 sausage McMuffin with egg and hash browns for $5, and that includes a small coffee. And Big Mac meal, medium fry, and a medium drink for $8. God only knows how long this is going to last. And gold prices shot through the roof, $3,400 an ounce, which is double how much it was in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's over there shaking her head. Yeah. Gold investment. Not talking about the gold you wear around your neck. So, yeah, it's a great investment. P&M offering money in exchange for old refrigerators and freezers. So you can, they'll pay you $100 for any working appliance. Oh, can you imagine the guy that's got all the freezers and refrigerators in his backyard? I don't know why he was keeping them, but he was hoarding refrigerators. Now they're paying $100.
Wow.
And they're offering free pickup. They will pick them up. Just go to pnm.com/fridge. And they will come pick it up and give you $100. That guy that has been hoarding the refrigerators for 50 years is going to make bank. Unbelievable. The Pope calling for an end to the pandemic of arms. I don't even know why you would call it a pandemic of arms after another transgender shooting at the Catholic schools. Now, what he's calling for is, people to give up their arms, give up their weapons. Sorry, Pope, it's not going to happen.
Well, yeah. If you give up your weapons, it's easier to control you. You can't fight back.
Well, and he lives at the Vatican that has a big gate and armed guards.
Private army. Well, it's a country.
Sounds kind of hypocritical.
Yeah.
We talked about the Florida State linebacker that was shot They won the big game against Alabama. He went home, and he was shot in Havana, Florida, his hometown. He remains in critical condition after being shot. Sad story. Very sad story. And 7 people dead at the West Indian parade in New York City. So at least 7 people shot after gunfire rang out at 3 different times Monday during the West Indian parade in New York City. Wait, wasn't it an American holiday?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was an American holiday. And we're celebrating
Labor Day.
the West Indian Day Parade. Huh. By the way, you know what New York said? More gun control. Of course they did.
They lost their damn
We need
mind.
more gun control. Yep. Santa Fe police are on the lookout for a suspect that was involved in a shooting, stabbing, I should say, at Allsup's in Santa Fe. At one point, police say one man threatened another man, then stabbed him in the back when he had turned away. Suspect ran towards apartments that were nearby. If anybody knows more information, please get in touch with the Santa Fe Police Department. And I'm in Louisiana, and Brooke Rollins approved. Of course, Brooke Rollins is the secretary for the U.S. Department of Agriculture. And she gave a waiver to Louisiana for SNAP, saying they can eliminate soda and candy and other eligible items from being used for SNAP.
Oh, wow.
So candy, pre-made coffees, energy drinks, sodas, all of that has been removed from the SNAP program in Louisiana. Who did that earlier this year? Arkansas and then Texas, right?
Texas, yes.
Yeah, I think Arkansas was the first to do it. Yep. And congratulations going out to Florida. Florida voters' registration of Republicans has grown 1.3 million to 1.3. They have the advantage in Florida by 1.3 million voters. So the Republican Party in Florida is in really good shape. All right, we're going to talk about somebody stealing Legos. And when I see the number on this, I'm going, so that's one Lego because they're expensive. Monica and the text, our number 877-396-W105. Go ahead, Monica.
Monica Lover is reporting an accident on the Hobbs Highway mile marker 93 West. That is brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you, be safe on the road.
NPR Lover says, I listen to you guys religiously. NPR broke that story before your show yesterday. I'm not on the left, just raising eyebrows. We thank you, NPR Lover. But when you're texting...
Yeah, look, there are times I'm not going to dig into the story. I suspected that the kid was shot in the back. Yeah. That's why I brought that up. Because,
and if you know,
you're not going to be charged with murder unless you shoot through the door or in the back.
Well, again, if it breaks during our show, it's not part of the prep that Kevin and I work several hours before the show doing.
Yeah, I'm not. And you know what? If I thought it was one of the bigger stories, I'd have went and dug a little bit deeper, but it wasn't. It wasn't the highlight story, so I didn't dig.
And if you know more of the story or additional details, you can text those in always, NPR Lover.
We appreciate that.
Yes. Mexican truck driver said fins up. And where did the drug occur? In what area or town? The drug bust. Somebody wants to know.
They're missing.
Oh, in Odessa?
In Odessa.
And
what area?
I'm throwing that story down. You mean
somewhere
I
in
gotta get
Odessa?
on the floor?
Somewhere in Odessa? That's good enough.
It was like on highway. It was on the interstate is where it was. They busted him on the interstate.
Oh, okay.
A real football fan has a team and roots for that team, whether they win or lose. You're a chancla, a flip-flopper. I don't care. I don't even like football.
No, see, I'm okay with someone who chooses a team and sticks with that team for that year. And if they're not a real fan and they choose another one next year, I'm okay with that too, as long as they root for the same team all year.
She's picking teams according to colors of jerseys. Okay?
Right.
Might I remind you that my world is very pink sometimes. I don't care about who wins and loses, and I'm just rooting for somebody. Lord Jesus,
Colors
there's
of
a fire.
jerseys.
Lovington Patrick said, I'm a Bears fan, so my heart gets broke pretty quick or halfway through the season every year, LOL. But I play fantasy football, so I root for players instead of teams. I like that. And it makes it a lot more fun when you win money if the team you put together wins, so that makes it even better. Interesting. James from Artesia, LOL, Vikings, so you can.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Text that again, texter. James from Artesia. A northern texter said about those refrigerators, they have to be working.
Oh.
And Rocket.
Man, why you got to pee in that guy's Cheerios?
And Rocket says, Monica, what is the website for the refrigerator pickup? Well, first of all, Rocket, is it running? Is it working? And Roy from Jowl says, how about we outlaw transgenders and keep the guns? It's the transgenders doing all the mass shootings. America would be safer. We can send them to Palestine. Calling the Pope a hypocrite on air may be bold or cathartic, but it's alienating your audience. Many listeners, whether devout or simply respectful of religious traditions, see the Pope as a sacred figure. You've offended
I'm sorry.
someone.
I'm Catholic. And I call him a hypocrite for multiple reasons. And I'm Catholic. And I'm at church every Sunday. So, the great thing about the Catholic religion, I can go to confession and I will be forgiven.
But, Kevin.
Or I can just ask God and I'll be forgiven.
There you go.
Amen.
Amen.
But, Kevin, we're never afraid to call a hypocrite a hypocrite.
That's right.
It doesn't matter who they are.
Protected by guns, like the governor of New Mexico. She's protected by guns, but she doesn't want law-abiding citizens to have those same guns. She's a hypocrite.
Amen.
Patricia from West Odessa says, Monica, I don't even care about sports. Amen, Patricia. There are things... Football is like about number 50 on my things I care about tremendously list.
Wow, that's higher than I would have thought.
Oh, no. I like it, but I don't
No,
care
50,
for it.
that's way up high. What I figured you were going to...
Maybe
It's
100.
like 150.
The dude from Lovington says, just don't be a bandwagon fan like your former coworker.
Right.
Who are you talking about? Oh,
I'll tell you.
okay. I
I'll tell
got you.
They switched every week.
Big Trucker C says, hey, guys, listen, Monica's a Cowboys fan. An announcement to all Cowboys fans. We get it. If you guys want to switch teams, they haven't been good, and I don't know how long. Big Trucker C, muchas gracias.
Disappointed. She's been disappointed before.
Look, I think they have an outside slot of sliding in as a wild card this year into the playoffs, but then they're going to lose that game.
Yeah.
But
I will say that the Cowboys have the prettiest colors of all the teams. Actually, I take that back. The Seahawks have some legit colors. Seahawks, Cowboys. Who else has pretty colors? Your Dolphins, Kevin?
No,
you're forgetting about the old Tampa Bay Buccaneers and their creamsicle.
Oh, like the red and gold?
No, the orange and was it creamsicle or dreamsicle?
Creamsicle? Or what creamsicle? Dreamsicle. That editor tick said, fantasy football is just a D&D for jocks, and I'm always here for it. Rocket says, Monica, they give $75
Well, it's a fantasy.
for a working
fantasy.
fridge. It is fantasy.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm seeing if I can find that story because I threw it on the. Look, the way I roll, no matter if I'm in studio or not.
Yep.
Everything goes on the floor, and then after the show, I pick it all up.
All right. This texter said, Kevin, your grandson's football team for tackle are the Dolphins. Oh.
I know.
I'm pretty sure the Ravens will be in the Super Bowl this year. Remember, you heard it here first, said James Brown.
Who are they killing?
And Steve from Eunice says, I don't watch pro football. I watch the Cowboys, says the texter. That pappy said, calm down, Monica. Calm down. Well, maybe. That pappy, I know. I'm like, whatever. Hey, Monica, tell
Look,
Patrick.
she's a Texas Longhorn fan, too.
That I can't waver from, apparently. I tried to root for
It's just, you got to face the consequences from your man if you do.
Let me tell you how serious he is for the Lovington Wildcats and the Texas Longhorns. I was trying to root for. My heart was divided when Hobbs and Lovington played each other. I was clapping,
you have an alma mater.
Pushed my hands down, like don't you do that here.
That's just wrong.
And I said, I can root for them.
Yes, that was your school.
Yes, that's what I told him.
I think that you have to support your man. I mean, I tell the wife all the time. Saturday it was game time, and I told her, I said, "You're going to cost me losing this game." Because you don't have on purple and gold. You know what she did?
Here you go. Here you go.
You know what
did she do?
She went and put on purple and gold.
By man.
Well, she doesn't have a team, though. It would have been different if her team would have been playing your team.
Well, I wore Cats
I paid
and
$400 for her to go to the game next week.
Yeah.
So she got a team.
You better have it all. All right.
So you better wear some purple and gold.
I will. Okay.
Maybe she should make Patrick wear black and gold.
Well, I found this really cute Texas Longhorns outfit online, and I just need permission to hit check out.
Go ahead. He'll be okay with it.
Okay. Okay. I've always been a Cowboys fan, but I won't be watching them this year since they trade the best player on the team and still expect to win. They lost before they even started. Ouch.
Look, this is setting up so they can draft Arch Manning in 2027.
Oh, hey.
After the way Arch Manning played.
That's better than Dak Prescott.
Go, Broncos, go, said a texter. And the Pope needs to join the NRA for me to value his opinion. Allah. Boodle.
Oh, look, I'm just saying, if you're protected by guns, then look, can guns be bad in the hands of evil people? Of course. Of course. What happens when one of your guards go rogue? He goes rogue or she goes rogue.
This one says Boodle, Pin, she, Cowboys. Figured a way how to say that.
Cowboys.
I heard that the Dallas Cowboys had a drug problem. They got drugged up on the side of the field, down the other. And as far as Eddie Gotti Orange, I cannot understand. Obviously, you don't read the Bible, Monica. Read John 5:16. It talks about confession. Dice este way. Listen, I don't got to go to a box to talk to God. I talk to him right here, right now.
You know, that's the way I feel too.
Amen.
I asked, and during the day I asked for a lot of forgiveness.
There you go.
On any day, I ask for a lot of forgiveness.
Amen.
For sure.
You can pray right from your truck. Bye.
Yep. We're going to get to Boob of the Day coming up next. If you would, Blake, cut number 9, RFK Jr. Talking about what RFK Jr. is talking about. I'm getting he's talking about the high rate of deaths when it comes to vaccines. Let's play cut number 9 so I know.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
There's 25% of Americans who believe that they know somebody who was killed by a COVID vaccine. Killed? Killed. 25% of Americans, 52% of Americans believe that the vaccines are causing injuries, including death. 52%. If you look at the clinical trial studies, the actual studies that were done that were released of the Pfizer vaccine, Moderna has not released it. If you look at the Pfizer vaccine, there were 22,000 people in the placebo group, 22,000 people who got the actual vaccine. And the people who got the vaccine had a 23% higher death rate from all causes at the end of that study.
But that could not be the disease itself?
No, well,
because we know that...
If it is, then the vaccine doesn't work, does it?
Well, it's early... Well, no, that's not...
So I will say this much. I've never had high blood pressure in my life. COVID vaccine, I got high blood pressure, had a stroke, and all kind of... Is it coincidence? I don't know. Is it just old age? I don't know. But it kind of makes me want to think a little bit about next time I put a needle in my arm That's for darn sure.
Amen.
I'm just thinking now. All right, we got to get to good news of the day. We'll talk about the guy that steals the Legos coming up on the other side. Boob of the day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Medical professionals on staff ready to help you with aesthetics and making you feel better. If you're living in pain, they offer stem cell therapy and ozone therapy. Ozone therapy, yes. One of my first places when I get back to New Mexico, I'm going to Desert Functional. Number one, I have a visit. I have blood work done, and we're going to sit down and look at my blood work. I've got lots of highs and lots of lows, and they look at things that most doctors don't look at. So I'll sit down with Kelly Piper and talk to him about that. Also, sciatic nerve is back. And when the sciatic nerve gets bad, I get the ozone injections. And a lot of people go, well, how does that work? It's a gas. And when they inject it into whatever area is affected in my spine, and I've got compressed nerves, it actually expands the disc. It works awesome and rejuvenating any knee issues that you might have. And I've had shoulder injections. It works. How many people have called the show and said, look, I have my injections, ozone. It's fantastic. They also offer testosterone replacement therapy. They can take care of hormonal optimization. Ladies, if you're going through hormonal stuff and it's really setting you back, give them a call today. All of that begins with blood work, and then they'll sit down and chat with you. 575-964-8025. Get in touch with Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
This Cinderella almost became Bambi. A woman in Florida told police she met up with a 28-year-old man named Elman C. Circle at a hotel on Sunday afternoon to sell him a pair of used shoes. When she got there, he asked to sniff her feet.
Oh.
She was not cool with that, so she turned him down. He got upset, grabbed the shoes, and ran out into the parking lot. She chased him, confronted him, and that's when he hopped into an SUV, did a 3-point turn, and hit her with the vehicle. Now, fortunately, she was not seriously injured, but she called the police and they arrested the guy and charged him with aggravated battery. Apparently, there were some similar incidents on his record. The woman called the whole thing, quote, extremely bizarre. And there is video of it out there. You can go and check it out. But if you didn't get out of the way when a dude was making a 3-point turn, I know he's the boob of the day, but maybe you are too.
Okay.
Kevin?
Feet smeller.
Something.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics. Check them out today. Legos are expensive. Have you ever gone to Legoland?
I've not.
Yes.
Yeah. It's expensive.
Yes.
And guess what? Legos are very expensive. They got Lego sets that are upwards to $10,000.
Wow.
So the ones that were like $3,000, $4,000. I'm like, unbelievable. But this man in Australia circumvented all that paying stuff. He's 41 years old. So $250,000 worth of Legos and toys from a department store. By the way, they claim that he made about 2,500 different, where he went in and stole stuff.
So he did it a whole lot.
I think he's got a problem.
Well, he just likes Legos.
Unbelievable. I think he should, as a punishment, they should throw Legos on the ground and make him walk barefooted every day. I think that'll fix the issue.
That'll teach him.
That would teach him.
And keep the lights off so he can't see where he's stepping.
Of course. Good news coming up in just a second. We'll get you back into everything going on this morning. We'll talk about a federal judge releases a woman that threatened to kill the president and Secret Service. We'll dive into that. And they have made an arrest of that person that drove a minivan into a crowded Pennsylvania festival. And Spaceport America in New Mexico holds an open house. We'll talk about that. And a man in Lubbock found guilty to manslaughter of a 2-month-old baby. We'll talk about that coming up in just a second. News this morning being brought to you by our friends at La Tienda in Carlsbad, home of the taco bar, made from scratch tortillas, corn tortillas, flour tortillas. They've got your tortillas. And they got big specials going on right now, like whole fryers, $1.19 a pound. Sirloin cut pork chops, $1.59 a pound. Choice top round steak, $5.99 a pound. Sliced bacon, ham or turkey, $3.77 a pound. They also have mandarins for a 2-pound bag, $2.99. Avocados, 99 cents each. Also, limes, juicy limes, 4 for $1. And get the watermelons, $4.99 for each seedless watermelon. Also, in the produce department this week, they're stacked with many, many specials in the produce department. Get the beef bologna for $6.99 a pound. Also, the Cajun turkey breasts for $4.99 a pound. Get the Black Forest ham for $4.99 a pound. And don't forget La Tienda, they always have the coldest beer in town, and Coke, Dr. Pepper and Sprite, 12-pack, $7.99. And they also have a made-from-scratch bakery, all under one roof at La Tienda and, of course, Carlsbad. Check them out today. We're coming right back. We're being the Breakfast Club. It's 8:56.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. At approximately 5:17 a.m. on Tuesday, the Artesia Police Department responded to the Abo Apartments at 700 North 10th Street for a shots fired call and possible gunshot victim. Upon arrival, officers found one person who was injured and they were transported to the Artesia General Hospital for treatment. Artesia Police are asking anyone with information to call 575-746-5000. In Roswell, police responded to an armed robbery call at approximately 9:30 p.m. on Monday at Farmers Country Market. Officers say a white van pulled outside the entrance to the store and 2 men wearing face coverings went inside. At least one of them brandished a gun at one or more employees, and both men took the register tills from each cash register with an undetermined amount of cash. The white van was abandoned at West Country Club Road and North Washington Avenue, and police learned it had been stolen from a church in West Roswell. Anyone with information is asked to call the Roswell Police Department at 575-624-6770. State Representative Martin Zamora of Clovis, who has served 4 terms in the New Mexico House, filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission in July, officially opening the door to fundraising and spending for a congressional bid in New Mexico's 3rd Congressional District. The sprawling northern district stretches from the Texas border across the eastern plains and up through much of northern New Mexico, reaching as far south as Hobbs, and is currently held by Teresa Ledger Fernandez, an attorney from Santa Fe who was first elected in 2019. Zamora, 64, said his decision to run is rooted in faith and service rather than partisanship. And New Mexico is well known for the Balloon Fiesta and Smokey Bear, but this year it'll be home to another major event, the National Championship Air Races, that will happen in Roswell September 10th through 15th. Organizers describe it as NASCAR in the sky, and the historic event spent decades in Reno before development around the airport forced it to find a new home in Roswell. Tickets are available online at airrace.org. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and we got some big news. The team at Permian Ford is teaming up with the team at Permian Toyota, and they're having a post-Labor Day liquidation sale. 2 dealerships competing for your business. Any inventory that makes it through the holiday weekend is being liquidated for 10 big days and in one location at Permian Toyota. Check your mailbox for an invitation to our event where you could win up to $25,000 in cash and other great prizes. All winning numbers have been mailed out. The winner could be you. 10 big days to save now through September 13th 13th. Many half-ton and heavy-duty trucks are available. Save big on cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Everybody wins when we go low. That's right. Shop local and save big. Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you'd rather not be driving? Sell us your car direct and score big. Now's the time to take advantage. It's the post-Labor Day liquidation sale located at Permian Toyota. Come see us today through September 13th, 3500 North Grimes Street in Hobbs.
As a single mom, it means a lot to me to have a strong banking relationship. With the cost of living as it is, I have to make the most of every dollar I make.
Every member has different wants and needs. That's the basis of relationship-based personal service. A strong credit union is built on strong relationships. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hear ye, hear ye! Step back in time to the time of your life at the 4th Annual Cabin City Renaissance Festival. Enjoy a weekend of magic and merriment with captivating music, thrilling armored combat, and award-winning stage performances. Savor bountiful food and drink as you explore 2 stages of non-stop entertainment. And discover unique treasures from over 100 artisan vendors. Bring your whole family for an unforgettable adventure on September 26th and 27th at the Carlsbad Beach Park. Advertisement paid for by the City of Carlsbad Lodger staff.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay. In addition, you get para-retirement, and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
Del Perm Oilfield Specialties, your one-stop shop for all your oilfield specialty needs. Specializing in distribution of top-of-the-line supplies and services to businesses all over the Delaware and Permian Basin. One of the leading oilfield suppliers and service providers in the industry, committed to integrity, quality, and service. Now has great opportunities for talented leaders with integrity and a team-spirited attitude, with opportunities in sales, delivery, and even senior management, and many other positions. If you have these qualifications and you want to be part of a team, contact DalePermSupply.com/careers. Del Perm Oilfield Specialties, 1005 North Grimes and Hobbs, the next step in your oilfield career.
This show is powered by Permian Ford. Stop by and see Daniel Vellis today.
Can't stand the heat? Get out of the kitchen.
3 things in life are the most valuable: time, self-respect, and love. And being the Breakfast Club has none of the above. Call now, 877-396-W105. Call now.
Those are just facts you got from the internet.
Yeah, that's where we get stuff nowadays. 901 KWMW Malchamora 105.1 FM, KWES 93.5 Ruidoso, and you can find us at KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. If you're watching on our social medias, just a reminder, if you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're at, X, whatever you want to call it, please like, share, and make sure and let your friends know that you are a fan. Let them know, hey, I'm a fan of this show. Check them out. We'd appreciate that. Federal judge releases a woman accused of threatening to kill Donald Trump. Just release him. Just release the woman. Yeah. So the woman arrested last month, making death threats against the president, has been released by the federal judge after, by the way, the same judge that clashed with Donald Trump over deportations. Judge Boasberg, I should say, ordered Nathaniel Rose Jones, 50 years old, released. Delaware will be on a electronic monitoring device and have to visit psychiatrist in New York City. But let her out. Let her out. I mean, she wants to kill everybody. Let her out. What bad could go? What could possibly go bad? Sounds like a great plan to me. 3 people injured in that minivan that drove through a crowd in Pennsylvania, and the driver has been charged. Woman accused of driving right through the crowd, Elizabeth 7 years old, New Haven, Pennsylvania, faces charges of aggravated assault with a vehicle and DUI. Look, this driving a vehicle through crowds of people could be, I mean, how many times has this happened? Happened in New Mexico. Crazy. Of course, and then we had the case, the guy who was a terrorist that was trying to take out as many people in New Orleans. Spaceport America, in Truth or Consequences, has opened an open house slated for this month. So Spaceport is heading all the way to, of course, Truth or Consequences. How far is Albuquerque from Truth or Consequences?
A couple hours.
Not that far.
Yeah.
Is it that far? I was thinking it was less than that.
Probably.
So you'll be able to get flights right out of the spaceport and Truth or Consequences. Kind of like the regional flights that we have in Hobbs and in Roswell, something like that. All right, our number 877-396-W105. Be on the Breakfast Club morning show this morning being brought to you by Fusion Medical Spa. Find them in the river crossing in Ruidoso, reminding you skincare is so important to your overall well-being. And right now they're offering 20% off all procedures for teachers and students. And if you've been thinking about losing weight, they're offering 35% off semaglutides. Those are Ozempic and that type of medication, and 35% off right now. This comes with professional monitoring by one of their staff professionals. 35% off. Call today for a consultation, 575-257 for spa. That's 257-4772. And don't forget, at Fusion Medical Spa, just as a way of saying thank you for everything you do, first responders and firefighters, they're going to give you a free injection, vitamin injection, just for saying, it's their way of saying thank you for everything you do. Fusion Medical Spa on the river crossing in Ruidoso. Check them out today. Monica and the text.
Same with my sisters. They never had any kind of medical issues, and now they have high blood pressure and other complications with that freaking shot, said a texter. And really, Monica, you can't cuss on air in English. You shouldn't be allowed to cuss in Spanish on air. Just say, go Cowboys. I said pin. She. That's not a bad word. Good morning to the best radio hosts. I do like the station and the program, especially when Mr. B gets the silly Democrats stirred up. 149 miles, said texter. Albuquerque to Truth or Consequences, 149 miles, 2 hours, 20 minutes, said a texter.
Wow.
NPR lover says, I remember growing up, Legos were one of the cheapest toys to buy. I don't know how they got so expensive. I'll have to get with NPR for an explanation. Okay, that was funny.
You go ahead. NPR is going to be protesting. Yes. We've got to have the price of Legos come down.
Right? I'd rather walk barefoot across a field of Legos than sit through Kevin's hearsay. Some things are not just worth enduring. I don't know what they're referring to, but there you go.
Wait. I missed that part. Sitting through my what?
Hearsay. Or your hearsay.
Hearsay?
Mm-hmm.
Hearsay. What hearsay?
I don't know.
Serious.
I don't know either.
What hearsay?
We do have a phone call. I don't know if they're a little
Let's
early or
let's
if
go to
they're
the phone call.
Okay.
Maybe they can tell me about my hearsay.
There you go. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you
Morning,
calling
how
from?
you doing?
I'm calling for radio if I'm early.
You were too early. 9:30.
Okay.
Yep. 9:30. Call back.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Call of Duty movie coming to theaters as Activision and Paramount strike a major deal.
So live action, kind of like
Call
they did
of
Halo.
Duty. Yep. Call of Duty. So a lot of people will be playing the game in the lobby and then watching the movie.
Wonder which skins they're going to give the characters. Because, in your character in Call of Duty, you can put it out different
change
ways.
Looks like Canadian animation studio called The Magical School Bus is closing its door after 54 years.
On NPR.
Yep. Too bad. We never got Mr. Fizzle to retire in the episode. I don't know where that came from. I just said it. So maybe that was hearsay.
Well,
By the way,
I think they were trying to say heresy, like blasphemy. I think is what they were trying to say.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh,
So,
that was
look,
my bad.
As a Catholic, I feel I can talk about Catholics.
Yes.
I mean, I think I can talk about Catholics, and to call the Pope
hypocrite.
So you can't say anything bad about the Pope? What if the Pope is molesting kids? We can't say anything bad about him?
Look, he's just a dude from Chicago.
There you go.
He's a man just like everybody else. Amen. It's the same. If a local pastor is molesting kids, I'm going to talk about it.
Yep.
So I don't put anybody up on a high perch.
Nope.
Hallelujah.
They're flesh.
You know who goes up on my high perch? Jesus Christ. He's up on the high perch.
Just want to high five you right now. Pay you $100.
Go ahead. He's got cash
I don't
out.
put pastors. I don't put pastors up on a high perch.
No.
They're just men and women.
Absolutely.
And by the way, they fall just like me.
And if you
they fall just like me.
And if you put them up on that perch, you are bound to be deceived.
Hallelujah.
So I'm just going to put them right there. Decades after merging, Kraft Heinz announced they're splitting again.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wonder what that means for Boca Burger.
I don't know.
Because that, Kraft Heinz owns them now.
Yeah.
So that's the only.
And Spirit Airlines filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So Spirit is taking a nosedive. And Randy Boone, actor best known for his role as the Virginian, passed away. He was 83 years young. Sad story coming out of Lubbock. Adam Canales Jr. sentenced 20 years in prison after the judge, Terry McClendon, found him guilty of manslaughter of a 2-year-old child. And, whenever they list the judge's name, I always want to give the judge's name. That way we know. There was a judge in Albuquerque years ago named Charlie Brown, Charles Brown. I nicknamed him Charlie Brown because he kept like 3 times. He let a child molester into a home of somebody else's kids. And guess what? This guy didn't stop molesting kids. So Judge Charles Brown has since retired. And I hope Lucy keeps pulling the football away from him.
Mm-hmm.
So this judge, thank you, Trey McClendon, 37th District Court, the judge said the jury found Canales guilty of manslaughter in the death of a 2-month-old. So the investigators say Canales unintentionally overdosed a 2-month-old child after giving her over-the-counter medications to make her sleep. The wife, Sarah, now faces manslaughter charges. So the hubby is got 20 years in prison. We'll see what happens to the wife. But Canales was called by the district attorney selfish, self-centered, and extremely reckless in his actions to give a 2-month-old baby over-the-counter sleep medication. Crazy. Selfish? Oh, yes. Gold, we talked about the gold prices. Highest rate yesterday. Gold hit the high $35, $35.08 per ounce yesterday. That is the highest. By the way, this is the Is this the first time it's got over $35 and $3,500 an ounce?
Let me look.
Oh, no. Back in April in 2022, it got as high as 35. But this is the highest ever, 35.08.
Yeah.
So if you own gold, especially gold bars, you're in the money.
Well, right now gold is at 36.22.
See?
And silver
that would be
is
the highest ever.
And silver is at 41.79.
Yeah. Airbnb co-founder spoke out about why he ditched the Democratic Party and voted for Trump. So Airbnb co-founder's name is Joe Greba, revealed that he left the Democratic Party and voted for Trump in an interview that was published Monday. And part of the reason he did that was because of border security concerns. Was a lifetime Democrat, gave to the Democratic Party, and said, when it comes to border issues, seeing all the people flowing across the border, that was the reason he decided to turn and vote for Donald Trump. Crazy. And an American football player named Larry Pickett Jr. rescued a man that was in a burning car in New York. So the Army football player hailed a hero along with his father for jumping in the action in upstate New York over the weekend, pulling the man who was disabled out of the vehicle before it went up in flames. Second-year cadet at the U.S. Naval Academy, make that military academy in West Point, is the safety for the Black Knights. And spent the weekend with his family following their Friday night game and was able to help save this man along with his father. And 14,000 immigrants hoping to enter the United States were turned back, according to the UN. New reports revealed that about 14,000 immigrants had hopes of crossing into the United States, had to turn back and reverse course due to the Trump administration's hardline stance at the border. By the way, the UN is not a fan of Donald Trump's stance. They would like to flood our border. They would like immigration to be wide open. So 14,000 people reverse course. The UN not happy with Donald Trump and his immigration policies. And a University of Kentucky cheerleader accused of hiding her dead infant inside a closet. 21-year-old student at the University of Kentucky was a cheerleader for the football team, allegedly hid the dead infant inside a closet. Lexington police took Laken Snelling into custody Sunday after officers were dispatched to an unresponsive infant at her home. Officers arrived. They located the infant, pronounced dead at the scene. The Fayette County coroner's office released that the infant died, will release how the infant died and what causes. Snelling, of course, was a cheerleader Saturday for the Kentucky game. Gave birth to the baby and evidently put in the closet. So we'll find out exactly. We'll find out exactly how the baby died in upcoming days. Crazy. Well, the baby was wrapped in a towel inside a black plastic bag. By the way, the baby, more information. She admits that she gave birth. And then she went right back to cheerleading. Her bond has been set for $100,000. She remains locked up at this point. Sad, sad, sad story. Crazy. Monica and the text. We'll take a break. Get you updated with all the news. Coming up next, good news of the day coming up within minutes.
This texter said the Pope is not next to God. This texter said any person who trusts their money with the banker, their freedom to a politician, or their soul to a preacher is a fool. Actually, that's from Philip in Artesia. Haas from Artesia says, I saw where they're going to charge Lexi, the girl who put her baby in the trash can in Artesia. Didn't say what the charge was, though. And this texter said, about guns. If guns kill people, I guess pencils misspell words. Cars drive drunk, and spoons make people fat. A la máquina.
Oh, yeah.
I'm stealing that one, whoever you are. Two Notch says, what in the world is bee smoking? Basically, I won't
What do
say
you mean?
exactly what he's saying. What are you referring to, Two Notch?
What you referring to, because I've said a lot this morning.
Yeah.
Y luego, this texter said, go Texans.
Oh, yeah. I did see this morning that, and it was posted up after we got on the air, that Lexi Treviso will be allowed in. So let me start over. This week, New Mexico Supreme Court will decide on the trial of Alexei Treviso, of course, the girl that threw her baby in the trash. And so that baby was full term, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Full term. So Supreme Court will rule.
This is the Artesia girl?
Yeah, that's the Artesia girl.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if either one of these girls that threw the baby in the trash are not prosecuted, what happens? Will we have more kids throwing their baby in the trash?
Well, we already have.
And I say kids. Both of these individuals were adults when they did this.
Yes, they were over 18.
Both of them. They were over 18 years of age. That makes them adults.
But we've had other cases where they've ended up with babies in the trash in the last year or two. Not necessarily just in Hobbs or Artesia, but like wasn't there one like up north somewhere? It seems like recently,
I
like
think
in the
there
last
was.
like 6-7 months ago, there was
3 months.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
do believe.
So as these stories get traction, these young women, because they're the ones that can have babies, just make that decision. Oh, look, this person did
men
it.
can't have babies?
No.
Men can't become women and have babies?
No.
Oh,
You know, when all this started happening,
No matter what Walls says.
honestly, no, my best friend and I, this is exactly how we pictured it. We kind of put ourselves in those young girls' places. One, their pregnancy was a surprise. They didn't have anybody that they could confess or
Wait.
confide
You're
in.
talking about the
No. They
it was a surprise.
The one in Hobbs
like
was
a jump
not a
out. They had
surprise.
never had sex.
Misworded that. No. They're having sex, not expecting to get pregnant. Okay. So when they find out they're
Oh,
pregnant,
gotcha.
it's a little later on. Maybe they find out at 3 months. Because when you're
But they
young
still
like
have
that, you can
time.
still get your correct. But if they haven't been taught that and educated that, they go into like this little shell. Like you're already dealing with pregnancy hormones. You're already dealing with crazy thoughts. And if you have no support, if you're on college campus, like by yourself and you're like, I can't tell my whatever, I don't want anybody to know, but you don't have somebody to say, hey, like, I noticed you're a little pudgy. What's going on with you? Like her
Didn't both
cheer
the-
coach
Well, I
should
mean,
have
think about
noticed
this.
it like that.
Both these
lived at
individuals
home.
were living at home with their mothers.
True. That is true. I would have been all over that. I'd have been like, listen, I ain't had to buy pads in a solid 2 months. What's going on? Like, you have to be in their world.
I'm just saying.
Well, you need to also be involved.
Correct.
And I'm not saying anybody who wasn't involved, but if your kid is acting different and gaining weight, you're not going to ask any questions. Hey, are you pregnant? Have you had your period? What's up?
I'm asking all the questions.
Just throwing it out there. One more, Monica. If you give me one more text, then we'll break.
And Artesia still doesn't have a baby box, said this text.
They're getting one, aren't they?
Well, they're building it.
Yeah.
They're building it.
They're
And
getting
you know
one.
what? In this case, would the baby box have saved this
No.
child?
No.
Because
She had it at the hospital.
yep, she had it. Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
All right.
62. This is for you, B, specifically. 62-year-old Christian said, when Jesus died on the cross, the veil in the temple was torn from top to bottom. Jesus became the high priest, eliminating the need for you to confess your sins to any man. A to the men, 62-year-old Christian. There you go.
Yep. All right. Thank you. All right. We're going to get to good news of the day coming up next. Let's take a break. Come back. It's already 9:23. Good news being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating, your choice for your next HVAC job. Air conditioning and heating, look, it's what they do. If your air condition is not putting out the way it should, it's not cooling your home the way it should, or the office, you need to get in touch with Enrique Rocha. 575-631-1999. If it can be repaired, he will repair it. He's honest. He's trustworthy. And if it can't be repaired, then you need a new unit. They offer financing, and they offer new technology like the inverter-driven heat pump. Get in touch with Enrique today. 575-631-1999. Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. Call them today. We're coming right back with the good news of the day on Be in the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The U.S. military eliminates what President Trump said was a boat filled with drugs heading to the U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth earlier on Fox and Friends.
You want to try to traffic drugs? It's a new day. It's a different day. And so those 11 drug traffickers are no longer with us, sending a very clear signal that this is an activity the United States is not going to tolerate.
The Secretary adds it won't stop with just this strike. A Fox News exclusive, DHS teams up with Louisiana.
They are using this unused section of the prison to detain and deport some of the worst illegal migrants. Now, Angola is the largest maximum security prison in the country. It was once named the bloodiest prison in the South for its harsh conditions in the 1960s.
Fox's Brooke Taylor outside the prison in Angola, Louisiana. 52 detainees will be housed at that facility. America's listening to Fox News.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure. Eye-catching? Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Entered the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Lapco, Burn, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap, offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Hear ye, hear ye! Step back in time to the time of your life at the 4th Annual Cabin City Renaissance Festival. Enjoy a weekend of magic and merriment with captivating music, thrilling armored combat, and award-winning stage performances. Savor bountiful food and drink as you explore 2 stages of non-stop entertainment and discover unique treasures from over 100 artisan vendors. Bring your whole family for an unforgettable adventure on September 26th and 27th at the Carlsbad Beach Park. Advertisement paid for by the City of Carlsbad Lodgerstadt.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Are you getting married or know someone who is? Make sure you join us for this spectacular event. Meet all the professionals and take care of all of your wedding needs at one time. This is Haley from the Hilton Garden Inn, and I would like to cordially invite you to our 2nd annual Better Together Bridal Show. You can expect to meet face-to-face with preferred vendors, sample food from our in-house chef, purchase gifts for your bridal party, book vendors on the spot, and enjoy the fashion show hosted by DJ Alpine with selections from the House of Taylor. Brides, don't forget you can register to win a $500 credit with us. Join us Sunday, September 28th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn in Hobbs, 4620 North Levington Highway. If you're interested in being a vendor, call Haley for more information. Area code 325-232-2517.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and we got some big news. The team at Permian Ford is teaming up with the team at Permian Toyota, and they're having a post-Labor Day liquidation sale. 2 dealerships competing for your business. Any inventory that makes it through the holiday weekend is being liquidated for 10 big days and in one location at Permian Toyota. Check your mailbox for an invitation to our event where you could win up to $25,000 in cash and other great prizes. All winning numbers have been mailed out. The winner could be you. 10 big days to save now through September 13th. Many half-ton and heavy-duty trucks are available. Save big on cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Everybody wins when we go low. That's right. Shop local and save big. Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you'd rather not be driving? Sell us your car direct and score big. Now's the time to take advantage. It's the post-Labor Day liquidation sale located at Permian Toyota. Come see us today through September 13th, 3500 North Grimes Street in Hobbs.
Good morning, Snowflake.
No, 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 no!
Reality awaits you.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford in Hobbs, New Mexico. Home of the lifetime Permian Powertrain Promise. Conservative values, conservative talk. On Be in the Breakfast Club.
What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be.
Call 877-396-W105.
Go, 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 go!
We've got your news to go.
All right, radio's on the way. Good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes. Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Get in touch with Rustin Hayes today. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So a group in Georgia broke a world record over the weekend by playing kickball for 52 straight hours. And they raised a bunch of money for a good cause. It's a nonprofit called MOST, which is short for Men Opposing Sex Trafficking. The event raised more than $200,000, and it's the third record like that they've broken. They also broke records for the longest softball game and the longest basketball game, and combined they've raised more than $800,000. No word on the final score on it, but with an hour to go, it was 355 to 252. And Kevin, that is the good news of the day.
All right, we got to go. Tradio is coming up next tomorrow, the Thursday edition of Beyond the Breakfast Club. Russ Black standing by. He's got stuff to sell. Goats, prosthetic legs. He's got it all coming up on Tradio, coming up next. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6:06, right here